He's in.
He's in. It's over there.
He's
We're
in.
good.
Yeah.
Hello, hello, hello. What's up, everyone? We are joining the game at Dallas TCH Live. Tonight we're going to be playing some 5, 10, 25 with your usual cast of characters. As always, I am Alvin Lau, aka Alvin Teaches Poker. And let's kick this off. Looks like we're going to be starting things off with a big PLO flip.
No, flip. PLO flip.
Are we good to go?
How much are we flipping for, Sean? How does this work? I don't remember.
50.
Cool.
Okay, 4-card flip, $50. Let's go. Start with the gamble.
I've got my 50 over there
For the staff.
I've got my 50 for the back.
And soon we'll see the list of names of people who are playing tonight.
We take it out of the pot.
I think I already see Sean, aka OFC. I see Sam.
Yeah, pot's
Yeah,
right.
they take it from the pot. It's good. It's good.
Like, deal me into. Yeah, I got you. I thought you were looking at me if I'm playing or not.
And let's go. Always the gracious crew. Every time they do a PLO flip, $50 is going to be set aside for the dealer. Always got to be really, really generous and take care of the people who are taking care of you.
Yeah.
So, you know him?
Well, I played with him one time and I invited him over. I hope he makes it.
Okay, let's go.
Can I have a water, please?
I did see one of my own students put chips on the table, but he walked away. So let's see where he is.
Clubs.
Let's go. PLO bomb pot.
Clubs. Oh, shit.
Straight.
Someone's calling for clubs.
I have a king.
Wow.
Oh shit, I got it.
I'm a king. And I have 2 clubs.
Oh, he got,
And a 5.
he got there. I'm dead.
Just. Oh.
I said it, my head on the turn.
Hey, the guy called for clubs. Clubs. Who was that? J-Rock?
And I have my nut flush.
Easy $350.
And a nut flush. And this is bad for tonight already.
Okay, we got, let's see, we got Don, we got J-Rock, Colin, OFC, Sam,
Oh, that flip that I won the other
Harris
night?
in seat 9.
The flop for it, because we're like, you know, like peeling one, sweating one at a time. Flop was at 666. The first to go? 6.
Everybody just stop.
Like, ah.
Stop flipping.
Okay, let's get down to what we all came here to see, some
How's that
juicy
5-10 game going?
5, 10, 25, no limit hold'em action.
Meanwhile,
I know actually many of these players.
15, is that what it was?
I played a lot against OFC.
The game's always
I actually trained seat
good.
9
Not always
Harris.
good. The game's always good.
So this will be pretty interesting. Hopefully I won't give away too much information about the people I know. Obviously, as a professional courtesy, probably not the best thing to gush out all of the reads.
I do better at 2-5.
Because I'm just getting.
2-5 is like
I was
hilariously
getting way
small,
too
but-
aggressive.
Really?
Way too.
You kinda have to.
Well, because there's a 2, 5, 10 now.
And I'm just trying to.
Well, no, it's because the 2-5 is a 15 on
tame myself. So.
Oh, there's a cap now.
It's not a bad idea. I do much better at 2-5. You know,
Did
I'm
not.
more aggressive.
OFC looks down at pocket sevens, raises it to 4x.
I think I'm playing better on the 2-5 games in poker. So.
And looks like J-Rock is
But you can only
going to call here.
It's limit, you know.
And let's see a flop.
Yeah, that's true.
Colin defends 10-4. Oh, no, he goes ahead and folds that.
My second
Let's see.
hand,
Needs a lot of help here.
it was crazy. But anyway, the guys taxed me 6,000.
Not the best for everyone, but OFC definitely is going to
But I
have
made
hit
it
a
back
lot
up.
of aces. Probably not going to have as many sixes
Ran it back up.
as the big blind, but occasionally you can have a check here. Both players now turn the full
The
house.
666 you were talking
OFC
about.
can win this spot if he decides to go ham and try to turn his hand into a bluff. He does have the 7 of clubs in his hand, which makes it a little bit less likely that his opponent has a club. Let's see if J-Rock goes for a small value bet. Goes for a big boy value bet. Definitely doesn't think that OFC can have jacks, queens, or kings here. So this sizing's a little bit of a call out. Let's see if OFC can smell it out. Having the 7 of clubs is quite bad here. But it looks like he's counting on some calling chips. A non-believer he is. J-Rock goes for that thin value with that fat sizing and picks it up. Nice hand, J-Rock. Starting out the session with some blood.
Okay, all my profits from the flip is gone.
Short-lived.
Easy come, easy go.
Are you ever gonna get the like RFID chips? That like this was the whole point of this was for? Or?
You know how you can tell Seat 9 is an online player? Because his hundreds are in the back of his stack. If you're a live player, you should always be keeping your bigger chips in front so people know exactly how much you have, instead of putting 5s in the front.
I've never seen it.
I've never
It's a
seen
good
it.
idea.
Well, Harris, do better.
How accurate you gotta be for that system to work right. Otherwise, imagine the confusion it creates. It could be more words than good, I think.
I don't know. I don't like having to push my cards across the line and scan them. It makes me nervous.
It's weird.
Looks like air for everyone folds to Colin with the playable hand. He can both limp and raise here. Opts to raise into OFC. OFC is a hand that also can call or re-raise, but at least always going to call. And let's see a flop. Both players hit a little bit of this. It's going to be a board where Colin should be checking a large percentage of the time here. OFC elects to bet. This hand can both bet and check on the flop. And it looks like Colin is here to play, going for a raise with a gut shot with the double backdoor. But OFC definitely going to peel, especially with the ace of diamonds. And Colin just goes ahead and banks that gut shot. Let's see what sizing he picks here. Aims for a check to balance his range. He can definitely go for some checks here. He can bet 1/3 on the turn. Now on the river, expecting to always value bet. Let's see what sizing he goes for. Goes for a little bit more than half pot. Here are the 4. OFC definitely has better hands that he can call. He's going to have a bunch of 2 pairs. He's going to have occasionally a straight himself. I mean, even he can have, you know, king, queen, or maybe not king, queen, but like king 9 of diamonds or something like that. King 7 of diamonds. So definitely better candidates to call. So this generally should be a fold. And if he had maybe a 7 or a queen, he could go ahead and put in a raise. But it looks like OFC is a non-reliever. You'll see the bad news. Well played, hand from Colin.
That's a good start. Sevens versus aces, set versus trade.
OFC already finding that the suspiciousness is not always the fastest road to glory.
Go for the triple check raise.
Nice hit, nice hit.
Thank you.
And that's definitely the power of playing more of a balanced range. If you bet always on the turn,
If you know the
your
turn's
straights,
7,
you definitely
it's a good way
can't go
to
for
play
that surprise value on the river. And also it sometimes leaves yourself open to being bluffed at yourself if you start by checking your entire range when the straight comes in, or betting your entire range when the straight comes in. What up, Mallory? How you doing? One of the superstar staff members over at TCH. Books all of the people on the stream, does the best job. Also is crushing it in the 2-5 stakes.
Colin.
See J-Rock bet, and Sam has pretty much nothing. Should quickly find a fold.
Might just be the dirt.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Everyone at the table is so quiet. Don't they give away beer for free here? These guys need to be taking advantage of this. That was definitely one of the best promotions they've ran. Everyone who came to Dallas TCH had unlimited free beer, I think for like a 12-hour
Still
window.
drawing, I think.
That's wild. $13 an hour, free beer, and get to play poker?
You get a draw. An envelope.
If you draw the envelope, it's 79.
Harris holds queen 10. Like a nit.
I think the maximum you can draw is 5.
Colin has 5-3 on the button. Definitely a raising hand.
79-10.
Make it 75.
Oh, I see. Well, it starts over next week at 29, whatever.
I'm not sure.
And no one has a defendable hand.
Nice Anna.
Especially when you get to the higher stakes of poker. Many hands just go raise and then everyone folds. It's when you get the live splash games, you get everyone calling, seeing multiple pots here. But particularly when players are aggressive, when the money is a lot more significant, people don't mess around as much. Right? You definitely see players are going to be playing stronger hands in general. They're going to be 3-better folding more, and it's definitely see fewer call downs with 7-4 too.
Me holding up the.
Yeah.
This is the post PPP loans
He saw me.
edition of Texas Live Poker, right? No more government scamming. Dunn has King 10-7, raises it up. Sam's gonna flat in the small blind with a suited connector.
Heads up.
Definitely a hand that you want to be playing when we are a little bit deeper. But he's got his diamonds covered, so no diamonds? No diamonds. Imagine Dunn's just gonna bet here. Oh, nope. Just goes ahead and checks back. Leaves the door open for Sam to put in 2 barrels. Sam elects to check. Dunn's gonna take his king high. Let's see if he checks it down all the way. I imagine now he's going to want to put in a bluff of some sort. Oh, nope, just chops. Okay.
4 or 5. Hi. Diamonds. Where's the diamonds, Sam? That's what we needed. We needed some diamonds. That's just what you're looking for.
Neither player wanted this pot very much. Definitely, if you're going to be playing a hand like 5-4, when you miss, you're going to want to try to steal the pot. If you're just calling with 5-4 and not stealing the pot, you might be losing a little bit too often the times that you miss.
That's the first time I've ever done that. Did you forget? No, that box you perfect.
Who needs that?
Unfortunate.
Lucky.
Jay's coming to the rescue.
Thank you, Jay.
Thank you, Jay. You're the best, Jay.
J-Rock in the low jack with ace-3. Can sometimes raise, can sometimes fold.
75.
You can start next time.
Starts with a raise. Folds around to J with a playable hand. Now Harris wakes up with the strongest hand, facing a low jack opponent. Might sometimes call, decides to just go ahead and put in the raise now. And it looks like this might clear out the field, and it does.
How are you, man? Been too
Good, how are you
quiet. I
doing?
didn't even see you.
I haven't been playing much.
Harris makes a face,
Pass it around.
disgusted he didn't win more.
Let's do it.
Net game time, boys.
15 person.
50, man.
You got it?
I think from now on it should be mandatory that we serve beer to all of the competitors. Unless, of course,
It's simple.
they do not consent.
We're gonna start.
So we need to get this cracking. We need this stream to be for the people.
Is that how this works?
This is the people stream.
First board?
Folds around to Sam. Getting spicy with the 10-4. Gets called on the button by Jack 7, and Dunn wakes up with kings, raises it up to a nice, healthy size. I imagine this will also clear out the
Give up on this one.
the imposters.
That was easy.
Yeah, yep. Indeed.
It's easy when you have pocket king.
Yeah, very easy. That's what I meant. I didn't think I did anything special.
You should ban aces, kings
I forgot.
Oh yeah.
from net games.
Yeah, no premium.
Pre-flop.
You do the
Pre-flop is
six
banned.
premiums.
Starting
Yeah,
on
yeah.
the next game.
Just asking for a ban of good
Aces,
pre-flop
queens.
cards.
Ace King.
You can let ace king slide.
Might make the game a little bit.
Slide.
It's drawn here.
Only pre-flop you cannot
Queen's
play
plus.
3 premiums. Queens, kings, aces.
I'm cool with it.
I mean, you can play it, but the net game does not apply.
Yeah, I
Pre-flop.
like that.
Pre-flop.
You don't have to hold it.
No, you can play. You can play. Yeah, fold those 3 hands if you have it when the net game's going on.
Hopefully, we do see the knit game. One of the most fun games to see on stream. Brings a lot of blood in.
Raise to 150.
Looks like the straddle is on. Sam makes it 150. Harris looking down at a juicy hand on the button. Imagine. Oh, just finding the fold. Oh, is it the straddle is not on. This is just a very large raise.
Don't do my head. We turn the net game on first hand kings. It's like, oh wow. So this is how we get them.
Colin makes a very big defense here, calling with 10-6. Most players whiff. I imagine that the player who puts in the pre-flop aggression is going to take this down.
200.
Sam bets 2/3. And Colin
That was easy.
looks disgusted that he played this hand.
That hand deserves to get rid of the nit button.
Why are you looking at me like it's my fault?
Oh, they are playing the
What do
game.
you do?
Good, good.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Just smooth call and fight it out.
Maybe that's why Sam started by raising so large, because he has the knit button, wants to get rid of it. By getting rid of the knit button, make sure that you don't have to pay all of the other players either $50 or $100. Let's see how much that they're playing for.
Andrew S. for 1-2.
No, I'm just scanning it.
Jay starts by calling. Dunn wakes up with a premium hand on the button, raises it up. Con looks down at pocket tens against a button raiser. Let's see a re-raise here quite a bit. Looks like he's going to make it 6. And Dunn has a very, very standard defense ahead of him. Would be shocked if he went into a 4-bet line here.
Hands up.
Seven, 9, 5. As part of his entire range, one of the worst boards for Colin. He does recognize that and starts with a check. And we get a check back from Dunn with only 1 heart on the board. Jack's going to be a pretty good card for Dunn. I'm sorry, for Colin. A lot of the times when Dunn has, a Jack 10, a Jack high type hand, he's often going to be betting on the flop. Colin checks the turn. Balancing his range, going to go for some river value, particularly now when the board pairs, he can go for some thick value. Let's see how big he goes. I bet you could go up to like 1,500, maybe even like larger. You could even go very small here. Probably when you have slow played a hand to the river, want to be sizing up something nice and fat.
Bet 800.
And we see a 2/3 size bet here. Dunn has the suspicious face on, but he's already seen Colin show the ability to check the turn with some pretty strong hands there. And he picks it up.
Boring.
But it creeps in, right? That creeps in.
This one counts. God, how did you hit that 7 on this turn? So sick.
Always feels good to make a fold when someone has a knit button, because you do get to see their hand a lot.
How's
Although I also imagine the information you get from a showdown when your opponent shows,
this new gig that
you know,
Very busy.
shows down a hand when they have the knit button. Maybe it's not as, maybe it's not that great information because of the presence of the knit button. Jay starts with a limp. Harris wakes up with jacks.
Raise 125.
He's gonna raise it up here. J-Rock with 7-2 is gonna call here. Gonna get real spicy. Looks like OFC is gonna call as well. That's of course exactly what Jax wants, to see a four-way pot out of position. Because jacks are, notoriously easy to play. Flop comes king high.
Check.
OFC gets there.
Check.
Harris checks the flop. 7-2 is gonna put in a big boy bet here.
25.
325 into 525. OFC is gonna call. I imagine this will clear up everyone else. Jax is almost never gonna overcall here. Never gonna get suspicious. There we go. Turn it to 2.
Check. Check.
J-Rock snap checks back to try to realize. If it doesn't hit 6. Oh, and OFC rivers the boat. Let's see if he sets a trap or if he puts in a big healthy bet. There's a bunch of possible missed draws here. Gut shots, queen jack, etc. So just gonna see a nice, a big boy bet.
Bet 870.
875. Pretty reasonable, 2/3. J-Rock actually has a pretty good hand candidate to raise.
Good fold, good fold.
910. Oh, he does that.
Having 7-2 there, probably don't have enough showdown value to call, but definitely can turn your hand into a bluff. But well played, OFC.
Bad read again.
Man, Jay is here to play.
10.
Or J-Rock. Calling on the button with
way
7-2 off.
worse.
Woo!
That's why I said bad
There
read.
we go.
Well, if I check, this is going to be a check back. So I
For
better
sure,
bet. Yeah.
for sure.
Like, better bet here.
Harris looks down at Queen Jack and the low jack, raises it up. A little bit on the loose end, but we definitely see that these guys are here to play, so mixing it up, it's going to be completely reasonable. Sam's definitely going to defend a suited ace. Jay wakes up with a real hand. Let's see if he makes it bigger. He does go ahead and pop it up. Instant fold. Should again conceptually get most people to fold here, but I mean, we know J-Rock is here to play. Still finds fold.
Still have the knit button?
Yeah.
Oh, you still have it?
Right here.
Sam pretending like
Yeah. I wanted to pay this hand.
pretending like he doesn't know this guy has a knit button.
You still can.
50-ish. Not for 475. Yeah, we done it. Nah, I had an ace. It was a suited ace. A weak suited ace.
Are we down to 2?
Just the 2.
Go ahead.
Sounds like the first joke of the evening has been cracked.
King deuce on that fold.
Only 40 minutes into the stream.
Fuck outta here. Fuck outta here.
Finally, some mirth, some joy.
I'm like, I thought it was a miracle, dude. I'm like, please bet something.
We're gonna have fun, play games,
Keep going, go.
brutally steal each other's money by
The game
rivering
layer
quads.
is too much. More than I need.
Raise 75.
J-Rock, good old J-Rock. Colin might go ahead and raise here as well. Looks like he's going to.
225.
OFC decides to make the call with ace-jack offsuit. Ace-4 is definitely going to be a spicy hand to call the raise with, but he does. He is here to mix it up.
I got the other location earlier.
Let's see. What would be the spiciest flop? Ace, 4, 5? Not even close.
That's a different mic.
OFC hits trips here. But Colin does slow down. OFC sets that trap. This is going to be a spot where Colin can definitely think about putting a bet here. He can really represent ace, king, queens, etc. A bunch of different hands that will check the turn. But now OFC just goes ahead and puts in the bet. And this will pretty much end the hand. There we go. Nice hand, OFC. Doesn't even have to show.
I was making sure I gave my button away. So I don't have to show the pocket kings, the hand I had.
It's funny because OFC lied about having pocket kings, obviously. But he did have a really strong hand. That's like the spiciest lie. Right? He's lying about what he has, but he still was destroying you.
The one you had.
So it wasn't a set?
Fuck no. You'd be surprised when you see it. Because I'm like, what can you bet here?
Right, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like nothing made sense to me, so I called. It was a bluff catch.
Good thing you pot controlled the turn.
I was actually going to represent. No, the reason I said that was I was going to represent the 5.
Yeah.
That's why I said I'm glad I checked.
OFC waking up with ace king.
No, it's
The
on
heater
the
continues.
Here's a button. Here's a button. 125.
125.
Makes it 5x without the knit button. Let's see if people pick up on the sizing here. Dunn still wakes up.
Charging the button. Mid button.
OFC with a little speech play saying that he sizes up to charge the knit button. And really, he just has the goods. But Dunn hits some hearts here. OFC with the king of hearts going to follow through for 125, 150. Dunn can play his hand two ways. I think calling is going to be the more standard with these two overcards. If you're like ace 5, maybe that's going to be
Do you have the mid button?
a better check raise in the flop, but
Okay, then I fold.
Red the kings.
Then I fold.
you know, definitely a spot where we can turn ace jack into a bluff.
Hopefully, yeah, that's coming.
Ace king is probably a hand that actually should peel here with the king of hearts.
He's on the list.
Okay.
So deciding that there's not enough bluffs here can just go ahead and exploitatively fold on the flop. And he was right.
I know TJ was invited. One of the players I was playing the 2-5 with, he was giving good action, so I gave his contact to Mallory. And she told me that TJ was invited. I think.
He was on the list.
Right, TJ? Yeah, so he was definitely invited. What's funny is I told him if you get invited and you don't show up, they'll never call you again. So you better be there. He's like, yeah, bro, I got you. I'll be there. I'm like, okay.
You gotta be in that exclusive Stream Boys club.
And here we go.
Gotta be giving action, gotta be fun to play with. We can see here a lot of guys
A call.
here
Want me to raise?
Raise 75.
ready to give action.
I should have raised, you're right.
Call.
Getting in there with 9-7 offsuit. J-Rock in the straddle defending ace head offsuit.
4 players.
Three, five, nine, two clubs. I think Jay hits the best of it
Yeah, I
with
think we can.
both a club and the 7,
I think our house popped.
and top pair, obviously. But having the 7 of spades backup is a pretty good hand to have here,
How's that work?
and clears it out.
You draw an envelope. You can have anything from 3.
Sam thinking about getting cute with the double back doors, decides not to go for it, although his hand actually is not a bad one to go for a check raise.
$5,000.
Damn.
Not too shabby.
So quad 5s is the hand to beat?
Wait, not pot 5 is
Harris
a
looks
raise.
like in the second circuit of hell right now.
It's every hour.
As an online player, he's like, why have I not played 800 hands so far?
No,
Every hand versus Sean.
we almost did it in the 6s. One more 6 and we both would have quads.
Okay, it's just for the person with the high hand though, like the table gets nothing. Boring. I want to, all of us get some. I say we like make a pact to like split it.
Absolutely.
No?
Do you guys have a bad beat bonus? No? He said yes. My question was, the high hand counts and the bad beat both in one hand or no? No, don't worry about it.
See, if you were at TCH Social and you had a bad beat, you would get at least a free order of bad beat bacon. As that maple glaze, or is it a honey glaze? Either way, it's glazed. It's freaking delicious. Sam raising it up with jacks should clear out all of the imposters except for J-Rock, who decides to call with ace queen.
275.
It's an OFC classic jacks versus ace queen.
I was just
The
kidding.
two premium hands that you always seem to go broke with. Ace in the window. J-Rock thrilled. Gonna start with a check. Sam starts with a very small bet, the classic down bet. J-Rock likely to just call. Still has to be worried about ace king being a large part of Sam's range. Turn 6 should be very blank. Neither J-Rock should have that many sixes here. Mark Weiss says, I've been bad beat a million times at Las Colinas and I've always had to pay for my bacon. I think the bad beat has to be you lose with a full house of aces. So you've had bad beats, but not bad enough. Don't mean to downplay your horrible luck. J-Rock bets. Sam just tosses it in.
$550, right?
J-Rock takes it down.
What is that? The nickname. Oh.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
They're giggling about something. Who has the knit button? Is everyone's knit button gone?
Do we wait or we just?
We'll give it a, so what we did last time was waited one round and then did it again.
See if anybody else
So that way
shows
it
up.
keeps it balanced.
I mean, Harris is the last person with their knit button.
Yeah. No queens, no kings, no aces, pre-flop.
Are they making a pact to not play kings, queens, or aces?
I always suggested that. Nobody ever did it. It's the first time we'll be doing it.
Doesn't that just make jacks the nuts then? Right, like, I think if you take away the top 3 hands, that just
might
makes
also
other
change
hands
the
better.
action, right?
That's
Because
only if it's pre-flop.
aces,
That's
kings,
only
only pre-flop.
Once it goes to flop,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
still-
then it
all
doesn't
right.
matter. Yeah, of course. Well, then if there's like
Jay
a
called
flush draw on the flop,
50.
you can still bet, but it wouldn't
Harris
count.
wakes
And
up
then-
with
and then if you make it straight on the
ace
turn,
king, raises it up. Wants to get rid of that knit button. OFC with queen jack off suit.
damn, that was easy.
And there we go. Knit button's on, show that hand.
And
Oh, he didn't show his hand. So
Give it back to him.
He really didn't show. It's mixed now. You can't.
he didn't show his hand, so he shouldn't be able to get rid of his hit button. You have to show your hand. But what does that mean? He's gonna pay the penalty?
Button, yeah.
He loses the hand at first hand,
I know.
wakes up with a monster, and takes it down. And we're not even playing the net. That's it.
It's alright, I wanted to make a donation.
I think it happened with Chris Moneymaker. He had aces, he won a pot, and then we started at nit, and he didn't win a hand and paid $800, paying $100.
I wonder if they're talking about Chris Moneymaker, the German, or Chris Moneymaker, the 2003 World Series main event champion.
They have a 1-2 round of each game.
Raise to 250.
Is that what you're playing, Sean?
I was playing the 1-2 crazy.
$50
It was
straddle.
Like 2K pots, 1-2 PLO.
Sam calls with Queen 4 offsuit. Not gonna let it through.
3 pots were 2K. Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
I was blind potting it, and then those dudes were repotting, repot. And everybody calls, and then on the flop, everybody's like, pot.
Yeah, so it looked like Harris
Crazy.
lost the nit game.
I won like
$300 in fees for being a nit.
On a 1-2 PLO. I would have won another pot. I had 3, 4, 6, 7. Flop comes 2, 5 jack. Pot's already 1200 on the flop. Pre-flop. Flop comes 2, 5 jack. The lady goes all in 350. I call. Turn comes 8. Now I have 6, 7 also.
Yeah.
Thank God the other guy had like 900. He didn't push anything. I check. He checks.
Hot limit Omaha hand histories. Every single one. There's 2 hand histories, right? It's I had the best hand, and now it's now it's a horrible hand. Or
Short table jar.
I had a bunch of outs. Let me list all of them. You have no idea.
What's the beer on tap?
German moneymaker. I need to watch a stream on 0.5 speed to understand all of this high-level thinking. What's up, moneymaker? It's Alvin. You know me, still the same old G. Calling for them to drink the tequila. Yeah, stick to my day job, which is not rapping.
Yeah. On stream, they always get posted.
Appreciate it.
If you're in the bathroom on stream, you're paying.
He's back, boy. Snacks.
You snack on stream, you're paying. Okay, everyone's back.
That's a good sign.
Dos Equis, Jay?
That's a nice cake for today.
Complimentary beer nights new, I think. I haven't heard of that.
Yeah, that's after the social opened up. They got their license from TVC.
Oh,
and
nice.
That's how.
Straddle.
Free beers, huh?
It's hard to tear down.
Oh, I know you know. What's up, moneymaker?
Exactly.
Is that every day?
Yeah.
Let's see.
Really?
Think so.
Tremendous.
I just became
Around to Harris. Limps
Only once an hour.
the straddle. Going to run into ace king here.
Built more than that.
And finds a fold. In the multi-blind structure, especially when it's like 3 or 4 blinds, you're allowed to have a limping range simply because there's so much dead money. So, being 2 offsuit, probably on the on the loose end of limps there. I guess you should still be limping like maybe 70-80% of hands, so maybe it's okay. If you do play a limping range. That probably also implies if you see a person limp in that spot and they're a professional, that they can have
He just stares you right in your eyes.
aces, kings, can sometimes limp raise you with 7 suited.
That's the bullshit I play, bro.
Yeah, what the fuck are you doing now?
If anybody can have a 5.
Looks like it's 5, 10, 25, 50. Big boy game.
And I'm like, what the hell are you betting into?
OFC calls. Harris has a hand that both can raise and call along. Generally, in the second blind out of 4, you don't want to call too much. Looks like we're going to get the 50 to come along. See if OFC comes along. And he decides it is gambling time. 3 to a flop. 3-3-4. Crushing for both Harris and OFC. The person who wants it more is going to take this down. Ah, disastrous turn. All of the opportunities here. Harris goes ahead and bets out. And OFC definitely is going to continue calling here. I imagine this is going to slow down Harris on a lot of rivers. Maybe not that one, because he's not going to be able to put OFC
Another one.
on a strong ace here. Let's see if he goes for a very large sizing and try to free roll against the chop here. Just goes for a small blocker. OFC is going to super stab this. Chop chop.
You and me are thinking the same thing on the river. The 10 looks pretty good.
I think Harris did miss a spot here. I think on this river, it's quite possible that you always have the best hand here.
When you bet that
Consider
300
going
like,
for
you definitely
a
got an
small
ace.
over bet for value, and occasionally, may be able to get an ace to fold, depending on who you're playing against.
Thank you.
I don't think OFC is the kind of guy who wants to fold on the 10, however. Nice safe 10. Nice warm 10.
Is it keg beer? Or they pour a bottle in a cup?
It's on tap, yeah.
What?
I'll get over it.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah, they bought a cake fridge. It's really nice. Sweet. Holds 2 cakes.
They're making upgrades. Didn't even know. You haven't been to the other room yet, though?
I haven't.
It's like a whole bar. It's really nice.
Really?
He hasn't been to the other room?
All right, well, they have to go.
The food for like.
That's like if you play poker in a cave and next door is heaven, and you're like, nah, what's heaven? Just kidding. TCH Dallas is definitely not a cave. It's actually one of the best poker
Only
rooms
had the chicken tenders
in
with their
all of North America, if not the world. But TCH Social, even better.
Yeah, food's really good.
Where at?
The new location.
Jay raises it up with King Jack off suit. Jay Rock
I've been playing like 4 or 5 times a week.
decides to make the call in the
5-10?
second.
2-5.
Looks like the second blind.
Heads up.
Or third blind.
I'm making 2-3K average, win or loss. So
Winner loss.
Oh, is it on me?
Check. Heads up.
Oh,
yeah. But last few sessions,
I think if you're making 2K average, but it's win or loss, it's not. That's not an average. I don't think that's how averages work.
not
Jay Rock bets out,
enough
takes
to
it down.
say that I played. I played that waiting. I was waiting, and I played the 2-2.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
I was going to the list, and then I was turning it down.
The 1-2 here was insane. The one I just played.
So the is the 1-2 still 500 over there, and the 2-5 is capped at 1500? Is that, or is it all
2K, I think, is what they made the 2-5 kilo there.
Yep.
It's 2K now. They moved it up from 1500 to 2K because everybody complained. I think.
Yeah.
I think if enough people complain about Hold'em, they might move it up to 2K.
So 2-5 Hold'em is 1500 cap.
Yeah,
they were
that's
saying.
what sucks.
Well, that's totally different than here.
Yeah.
Is
exactly.
it still uncapped here? I mean, match a stack here?
That's a social club.
Yeah, it's still match stack here.
Okay.
Oh,
So-
they do? Or the, oh, wait.
Yeah, so
here.
TCH Dallas allows you to play match the stack. So if someone has been playing all night, they got $6,000, you can sit down with $6,000 and get to work. However, if you're playing at TCH Social, you can only buy in for $1,500, which, in my opinion, actually is fantastic for the game. I know some people who want to play deep stacked get frustrated with that. Those guys can obviously find a game at 510. However, I will also say the problem with at 510 is that often the game runs 5-10-25 uncapped, which which means that people are buying for literally $100,000 occasionally. So if you want to play that game, you got to bring a duffel bag. So there is not that great middle ground where you can buy for like 2,000 or 3,000. Usually, right now, you go to TCH Social Club, you got to buy in for 1,500 or
Is that my
5K.
Nick game's back on? Is that one lit? I can't remember. Was it? When we said we were
Remember where
doing
it
one
started?
round.
We
Yeah.
started on him
Oh, my bad. Okay.
last time, so we can start here, so that way everybody gets a.
Cool.
Okay. Pass them back out.
Let me just wait 1 or 2 rounds if you guys don't mind.
Okay, it looks like we're going to do another round of the Nick game,
Like
OFC
like
being
a 7-minute phone call.
extra kind, making sure that everyone is getting about the
Concentrate on the call.
same amount of positional advantage by being,
Can I have a water, please?
or positional advantage during
I'll
the.
do another beer.
Imagine me.
Every 3 minutes. Hold on.
I'll take a Coke Zero and a room temp water bottle. Please. Okay. You can just put it in the bag. Thank you. Appreciate it. I don't want to pay the do the phone call and come back
Right.
and you guys
Pay
tell me
$300.
pay the net and I'm like, ooh,
Jay Limps,
$350 phone
Harris
call.
raises it up with.
Raise to 100.
So I think
Pocket
we would collude for
sixes.
sure for $50.
Would be shocked if J Rock folded ace nine.
No doubt.
I have zero
And
faith.
OFC goes ahead and defends. Happy family pot.
One of the times we played, the guy who was sitting in a 9 seed, I swear was gone for an hour.
Wow.
And he didn't
9-5-2. J Rock
leads
leads
the entire time.
way ahead of the pack.
Phone call won the first hand. It was hilarious.
He hesitates and checks.
It was probably the longest
Everyone
one
checks
I've ever
around. Harris has two options here. He can both
Anthony
bet
was
and
400.
check. Imagine he's going to bet very small if he does bet, and he bets close for
Comparison.
a quarter of the pot. Love the
I was
sizing.
here thinking actually, I was like, was it always this quiet? Or,
Really leveraging the multi-way flop and
It was loud.
yeah.
kind of getting people to somewhat reveal the strength of their hand. But now that he gets two calls, I imagine he's going to shut it down. Especially when he can hit the 8 on the river. If Jay folds here, Harris might decide to blow this up. I don't think he's going to think that he has enough showdown value, especially when he has a 6, which is going to be blocking some potential gut shots here. The 6, having pocket 6s here, also has some blockers to trip 5s here. Would love to see a big raise, but he is also making the ugly face. Like this.
Ace 9.
That's it.
Is it me?
Yeah.
No, it is me. Yeah.
Definitely would have liked to see a raise from Harris here. Against such a small sizing, I think that we can get a big raise through and represent the 5.
Yep. He knows.
J-Rock out in the streets with 52% of the hands. Jay playing 47, OFD 40.
Eerily quiet.
Isn't it? That's,
For a poker man?
yeah.
Raise 150.
150.
Harris makes it a $1.50. Sam's got a defending hand.
Raise 450.
Decides to make it $4.50 here. Harris almost always has just a fold here, unless he has some kind of read on Sam is a bit light. But early position against the straddle, we can imagine that the straddle's going to have a pretty tight range.
How many tables are at the other room?
26.
Same?
There's honestly less room over there. But
That's probably why it's so loud.
Thank you.
More compressed.
Keeping the 50 straddle on.
So it's a sweaty thigh to sweaty thigh over there.
It's a nice room. I have the issues. They have like these tables, but of course everybody's like ordering food and stuff and eating by the table all the time.
Oh, so you can't.
People are like pack up, just rice
Knocking
bowls going
stuff.
flying.
There we go.
like,
There we go.
all the
They
time.
ordered some new ones they're gonna be getting next time. From what I heard.
Some new tables.
Yeah, they're gonna get new ones, bigger, ones with wheels, more size. So.
150.
J Rock makes it 150 with the suited king.
Raise 150.
Do you guys say them go back and forth?
Yeah,
You go over there too?
yeah, they
And Jay has a hand that is worth defending.
Probably this one.
Normally in these kind of rake structures, you should be defending almost all of your suited hands. J Rock snap checks back. Let's see if Jay decides to bluff here. It does not. I imagine J Rock is going to go for this thin value. Wait, did Jay just snap call him? Oh, yeah, Jay does have... Okay, it is the spade draw on the turn. I thought he was just naked there. Nope.
I have an 8.
That's good.
You're gonna make a move, weren't you? I could feel a move coming.
Added 1,000.
adding 1,000, 8, 9. Thank you.
J Rock didn't have complete conviction on those 8s, but they definitely held up.
Next time, Nip.
Oh, you done?
Yeah.
All right.
I think that was 7 minutes exactly.
Was it? Yeah. I'm pretty precise.
Roasty gonna raise it up. Queen Jack offsuit on the button. Jay is gonna defend.
I'll take one of those whenever I want.
And Harris is going to also defend.
You guys know the net is next time, right?
Everyone's got a good hand here to set up a very blood-curdling board here. Right? It becomes King 10, Queen Jack, all the money going in.
Here you go. Thank you.
Jay flops the best of it.
Is it this hand or next hand, guys?
Next time we're just getting messed up.
Never mind. Thanks.
James, did you
I'll check. Yeah, thanks.
Next round to OFC, who had the diamonds and low overs.
It's like,
Definitely a good hand to put in. And
But it's
that
free.
Jay's gonna call a top pair. Harris is just gonna get out of there.
What do you have, sir?
I have a headlight out, so I won't have a drinking.
Jay, did you get your nip button?
There, I think that's mine.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
Turn is
alright.
the
Yeah,
10.
You got extra check.
Harris now hating his
Yeah,
life.
OFC,
OFC now picking up equity. Likely to continue firing here.
Only fair. The rules and regulations.
It seems like a very natural hand to put in multiple barrels. Something like 400 or 500 here. Maybe 2,000 on the river. OFC checks. Gonna take this free card. So many rivers. And he gets there. Jay also getting there with a straight. Here comes the blood. 400. OFC has the Jack of Diamonds here. Looks like he is not going to be looking for the raise. Is he going to raise here? Oh, is he? I don't think if he knows he's going to raise yet. The wheels are turning. Always at least calling here, I imagine.
Attention all tournament alternates, if you'll make your way to table 16, we're going to get that table started.
Sometimes you just know it.
Is he just thinking about folding the nut straight here? Because he just knows it?
Are you trying to show me one card? Show me one card.
I could be convinced.
OFC has the Jack of Diamonds here, which helps him tremendously.
Not a fold.
Fold.
Folded a bad hand.
Fold.
Alright, players, we're opening a brand new 1-2 on table
OFC
one.
ends up folding a higher straight there.
I'm like, what can you bet there?
Keystone, RMF, Evan.
I don't think you have him beat.
On
I swear to God, I had him beat.
I don't think you have him beat.
You had a vote?
Queen Jack.
Unless we can have.
Yep, OFC's being
if I
honest.
have the jack, what can he have, right?
Blockers, schmockers.
What a run out.
Sometimes what's important is not to just call and always win. It's to call and realize you only have to win some percentage of the time.
Too much 2-5, Sam. I'm playing too much 2-5.
Yes, so I'm shocked. I'm telling you, I'm shocked.
Playing too much 2-5. I'm a different player. I called him with ace-4 that hand, by the way. Bottom pair. Nothing made sense. And I folded jack-queen here, so go figure.
Sometimes the timing is just wrong.
My reads are absolutely
You think you have a read on someone, and you just have to
So I
commit
it's
to
just hard
yourself.
for me to
You
believe
don't
that
really
he
know what
folded
they're
the
doing.
9 to call.
Get 2 calls.
and
Harris
hit the
has
straight
ace
with
king
the-
again.
With the 8 of diamonds.
He's gonna lick his lips and make it 200. Big boy raise, but if everyone's
Versus
calling him,
diamonds all the way. Is what I was thinking.
woo! Sam in there with
What do you want a
10-2,
diamond, bro?
disrespecting him. See a flop. Some diamonds on the flop, and we're gonna go to Spice
I
Town.
mean, the commentators must be like, what the fuck is wrong with him?
Ace king 2.
We want
like,
him
this
all
Harris
is
hit
new
the
OFC.
more robust equity here, as in he has a hand that can probably put in more barrels. Sam does have bottom pair. Looks like he's gonna call. Turns the 9 of hearts. Harris does have the ace of hearts here. But this also brings Sam the open-ended straight draw. See how much blood is going to go in.
Bad.
There's a bunch of different lines Harris can take here. You know, I think he probably thinks
what
Sam is
Show Me
going to be
won.
somewhat capped.
And he won.
We can definitely go for 500, 600. Looks like it's a 500.
And there's no way he's putting me on
Sam's
jack
still
queen,
going
so he
to
could have actually
probably
showed me.
find a
I almost
call
did.
here, I
If
imagine.
you did, you were getting
A little bit of backup.
Thank God. All right. I made one good decision tonight.
I should have pushed a little
free
more.
beer.
Maybe.
Yeah, beer's a good shot.
That one came as a surprise. The cups are too small, though. I need another one.
She's getting her steps in or something.
I should have pushed you a little more maybe on that show one.
Yeah, it's like.
Sometimes this is the problem with defending a hand like 10-2. You hit that 2, and then you still hit that draw on the turn, but
water bottle, just fill
you're
that
really
up.
unsure. Ah, Sam goes ahead and folds. That's hand.
Shit.
I did too. It's too hard.
My hand.
Sam wasn't sure if he hit his open
It's
and straight
weird
draw, how
how
good his output.
the queens, kings, and aces are going to play now. Pre-flop. Like pre-flop, it's going to make a difference. I'm still going to say, fuck it, I'm going to raise it regardless. But I'm just saying. It's not going to count towards the net, that's all.
I'm glad you said that, because I never get those 3 anyway. So
If I do get it, I'm saying.
It's the only way I have hands.
I'm still to see it, but... Since y'all said I can't raise, so...
Raise 75.
UFC calls with a suited jack. Sam raises an offsuit queen. And J-Rock's going to get in there with pocket 5s. OFC is going to come along.
3 players.
We're going to flop. Ace-10 jack, a little bit for everyone. Sam instantly checks back. Surprised he didn't even think about it. OFC now going to bet out with his jack. Extraordinarily thin value. But Sam does have a hand that should at least call. And he does.
Good call.
Wait, does J-Rock also call? J-Rock also calls. Pocket fives, woof, getting thin in there. OC's gonna probably shut it down. Sam has to bluff at this to win it.
Tens and fives.
Looks like he does not.
Jacks. Jacks and fives.
OC screams to the heavens to get rid of that nip button. I'm shocked Sam did not
Literally,
want to
is
stab at this, but definitely got a little scared when J-Rock called it well.
Go ahead, bet 100 on it. Snap fold.
It was so close, the 5-6. Oh my god, I would not have seen that. If I can fold a straight for 400, even if you hit
I'm
the
not
5,
gonna believe it
I'm
till
not
I'm not
paying
gonna
you
believe it till I
anything
see it. I'm not gonna believe it till I see it. I play with you way too much to see.
I swear to God, I jack
I
lead.
believe it.
I swear to God. Don't laugh, please. I'm already crushed with that fold. He showed me a 9, I was happy. I'm like, okay, he has got a fold, good fold. And then he shows a jack, and I'm like, oh my god.
It's just so sick because he lies about his hands all the time.
I'm not. I'm changed completely. I'm telling you guys.
OC does lie about his hand.
As of 10 minutes ago.
I'm a whole,
The cap 2-5
whole
has
new
changed
person.
your whole world.
Whole new person. Did I give you something last time?
No, you didn't.
Jay's gonna mix it up, raising it to a hundo. Ace-4 duns. And a snap call. J-Rock's gonna defend. Colin is going to sometimes 3-bet, sometimes call. Just gonna call.
4 points.
2, 3, 10. Dun flops a set. Jay has the gut shot. But J-Rock coming out betting here with the other gut shot. Jay has an ace of spades and the 4 of clubs, so there's a little bit of kind of backup here. I imagine he's going to be calling here quite a bit.
Wait, we get charged for time?
Oh, just finds a fold.
I need that.
Yeah.
Psychic fold, realizing Dunn is behind him.
For now. Let's just do 5. Let's do
J-Rock's a pretty active player. I imagine Dunn is going to start counting out the raisin chips.
No, I'll just give you cash. No, you already did the 2, that's fine. Just keep it that way.
Did you catch the sale when they were doing 50% off?
Except 700.
I bought a bunch of those.
Such a spicy size. J-Rock might think he has some fold equity. Might think he can try to float here. Reach in for chip.
The times are different, right, for social in here? It's the same? No way.
Yeah, I got you skip the things.
J-Rock makes the call.
Is the membership the same?
A 4 here.
That's cool.
Change.
Just get the chips different because of the distance.
I mean the nuts, but also probably rearrange Dunn's face. Oh no! Face rearranged.
Played the floor here.
Would have float on the
Like
flop. He
that
knew
bear,
it.
I played like 4 times in a year.
The 4 as is the the 4 of clubs is probably the scariest card of the deck. But the offsuit 4 is not great here. 6-5, Ace-5 both get there.
And then my girlfriend works there, so
Dunn's the one reaching for some
she
chip.
doesn't know it yet.
Likely about to get stacked here.
She doesn't know she's your girlfriend, or she doesn't know she's gonna get a job there.
She doesn't know she's my girlfriend.
Oh, okay.
She will though. Soon.
J-Rock gonna quadruple check.
What is that up here?
I can't
He
tell you.
has the nut.
My wife will get mad.
All in.
Oh shit.
Hughes always has to call here, but it feels
Holy shit.
pretty horrible.
The net. Once or twice.
It's up to you, man.
Once is good.
1 time.
Okay, here we go. Running it 1 time. Max Payne. And it's blank.
Survived.
J-Rock picks it up.
Pay you a big
6-5 offsuit and gets rid of that nip button.
Can you count us? Make sure.
He's got him covered.
Running hot.
Just let him know how much change you need so you can keep
Yeah, I'm gonna
that
pay him in
for-
big chips.
Yeah, just keep that. Yeah.
Ouch. What a gut shot. That was my gift to you. I thought I was gonna look like a hero on stream.
40, 35.
Huge cooler here. Bottom set versus the turn gut shot.
35.
I would have played a flush the exact same way. So your read was
No,
good.
I know that. You don't
I
have
was
to tell me
pretending I
twice.
had a flush.
Especially with me holding the jack, I'm like, what can you bet there, right?
Yeah.
Nice
And I
hand,
just
J-Rock.
couldn't connect you getting to the jack from that 2-diamond flop.
Yes.
I just couldn't.
Really weird hand.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it. I think you bought it for more than 4. You bought
Bad
it for
read.
5? Yeah. You bought it for 5.
Alright, let's see if you're still about to win to go to $5,000.
OFD is going to be
Finally changing
losing
plans.
sleep for
He didn't
months
hit a boat.
about that hole.
I had a
I'm
bad
saying he
week.
didn't hit a boat.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Sometimes you
Yeah,
just
right.
go for
Yeah,
those
that was
crazy
a
hero
bad
reads. You're like,
changing
I'm gonna
story,
fold the nut straight because I just
That
know
was a
he has
bad
it.
week.
And that's great when they bet
Like
really large.
everybody were hitting everything against
Everything.
you.
I mean, I was ahead on every.
Yeah,
On every
and then
one
you
of
were
those.
getting just sucked out.
Just,
Remember that gut shot me and Carlos hit?
dude, that one put me over the top. It put me over.
Yeah.
Pocket queens. I turn a set and you both
Yeah.
had a king jack.
Exactly, yeah, we both had king
How could you
jacks.
both have?
Paul gut shot on the flop, and with his set, we both made straights.
And then we ran it twice.
And then
didn't run
Carlos
the board.
bets, and I just smooth
Oh,
call.
yeah, you did. I was like, I said, surely not, man.
I was trapping Carlos, to be honest. And then you somehow went all in, and I'm like, and Carlos called, and I'm like, okay, bingo.
Raise 60.
Sam with the low jack makes it 60. Done immediately, rebuying to 5K. Gonna raise it up 250. J-Rock wants more blood, gets in there, out of position with 6-5 suited.
So now if I have one of those premium hands, I can raise premium.
6-5 wins a big pot before, it's gonna win a big pot again. Watch this come 5-5 and Dunn just get ultra smoked. Queen 10-9 should be the end of the road for J-Rock. After I wish doom on him.
300 foot.
Holy shit.
King takes it down.
Okay,
Would be scary if Kings
Fine, you can get rid
got
of it.
raised there.
He got it. We'll allow it this time.
What if you get raised with Kings and there's 2 Broadways on the board? You just puke a little bit, deep down in your soul.
But yeah, flop two.
Right when it's Queen Jack high, Queen 10 high, he check raised you. Man, how often do they not have 2 pair?
Mr. Reed just killed it in the 2-5 yesterday. He was 8,000 up. He couldn't
No,
lose.
no.
Regis ranges,
He
bro.
killed it yesterday. He was on my table.
8,000.
8,000.
1,500 at a time.
Bro.
He was bragging for it.
Like every party was just killing everybody.
Rattle 50.
I just stayed away from him.
He is fun to play with.
Yeah, he was good action. 10? Oh fuck, I would have called.
And it walks to J.
You win.
Oh, really?
It doesn't even. Oh my god! It walks
Yes,
a player with the
100%.
nut button, and he just gets to show it. Guys, if you steal that button from him or prevent him from using that button, it's
I
money.
totally forgot about the stupid.
You should have.
Seriously, got
I was gonna
totally
raise
forgot
it.
about it.
That's a niche responsibility to take care of.
It's the nits that should have taken care of that. I'm already
God.
rid of mine. I made 2 bad plays, no net button, I'm done.
Sam, all right.
I'm not as bad plays. He said I might have 2 bad.
So far, it looks like
This is
OFC,
what
J-Rock,
I'm
and
saying.
Sam
I'm playing
been
poker for
seeing
fun,
a
right?
lot of
I'm making
showdowns.
money. This is
More than 55% of the time.
Right.
So I'm like,
As a
why
general
am I
rule, you
going
should
higher
probably be
stakes
seeing
instead of
showdowns
enjoying
in the
game
north
2-5?
20s, low 30s.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's why
I've asked myself that.
Here's raises it up.
I don't need to. Why-
Pocket
yeah, then why?
tens gets called by
Then just play 2-5.
everybody.
It doesn't make any sense.
So that's why I just play the 2-5, have fun. 2 or 3 K
King
swings.
3-8. Hair's still ahead of the field,
Up like
but
30,
not with a hand strong enough to bet.
1,000 pesos.
Checks through. Turn is another 8. horrible card for pocket tens. Looks like Sam reaching for chips here.
75.
He bets out a tiny, tiny amount. Definitely puts people in a lot of awkward situations.
Jay needs a beer.
Yeah, 1 out.
This looks like he's gonna make the call.
One of these days we need to go to social just
I
for
imagine the river
party there.
will probably just go check unless Sam turns his hand into a bluff. River's the ace of hearts. There goes check, and I think his third pair here. Well, Harris almost has fourth pair. He can think about turning his hand and try to beat the king.
Good bartenders.
But facing such a small bet on the turn, it's going to be very, very
It's a fun place, bro. Now.
ambitious. If the bet was larger on the turn and more polar, he's definitely more incentivized to turn his hand into a bluff here because he beats less. But when his opponent bets very small on the turn, yeah, probably can just be a showdown value.
I'm having 2.
J-Rock just running the table. Everyone is losing except for him. Well, not everyone. One tiny winner, but J-Rock. What a beast.
Raise 75.
J-Rock with the minus tiereth of chips raises up to 75. OFC waking up with a monster, ready to get his revenge. He's going to go make it to
350.
350. Big boy raise. Pocket sixes just gets immediately out of the way. J-Rock making a face of consternation, still decides to flick in the call. Does a dark check. King or queen will be brutal. Queen on the flop. Already a giant pot because OFC made it so big here. He's reaching for big boy chips. 325. Medium boy chips. J-Rock not going anywhere. Hopes the turn comes really scary so OFC slows down. Turn is relatively scary. Jack 10 gets there, pocket 9s get there, a bunch of 2-pair combinations get there. 5-6 somehow. Slows down. J-Rock checks the river. The 4 straight gets in there, but not too many 6s in either player's range. J-Rock will have more. Can OFC sniff out this value bet? He already got wrecked by a 6 on a 4 straight before. For a very small bet.
King queen.
And able to get value.
Hey, come on, man.
I said one there.
I was like, surely he doesn't have aces right here. That's the only
Nice
thing
job,
I put him
OFC.
on. And I can't do it. I have to leave now.
Thank you.
Nice hand, Sean.
Thank you.
Well played. And we got OFC back in the black.
This was to make up for the bad Jack Queen fold, the river bet.
I cannot wait to watch that. Just to see what they say.
Colin up 600. Harris down 20. Jay down 400. Sam down 2K. Done down almost 5K after a savage turn gut shot gets there.
I don't know who this guy is, but he does not look like a good player.
Excuse me. Colin with the knit button, gonna raise it up, gonna run into OFC's kings, aces then kings. This guy phoned it in.
Guys, I'm still on.
Sam trying to get in there. I think his mind is gonna change here when the 350 comes in. He made it 350 last hand with aces. This time he makes it 400 with kings. Jay with a beer and a suited connector.
Okay, that was the old Sean. Sorry. I'll be back. The new guy will be back soon.
I think OFC said this was the old Sean. Was he trying to imply that he was getting a little crazy there? Interesting
King high.
metagame. You make it 350 with aces, you make it 400 with king. Is that because you want aces to get called more often and you want kings to
I got a feeling we're gonna hit that.
get more folds? I don't know.
What the qualifier is, but
You know, we're gonna hit that.
yeah, I got a feeling we're gonna hit that.
Only OFC knows. OFC starts with a limp, Jay limps along.
All right.
Limp pot, 4 to the flop.
I do.
So you're the only one this end.
10, 3, 10, 2 spades, done. Charge the head of the pack.
Oh, you're not playing either. Oh,
8 on the turn misses everyone. Let's see if Dunn puts in a small bet. Oh, I'm sorry. J-Rock does hit a pair. Dunn with lots of outs and a lot of bluff opportunities. Not anymore now that J-Rock hits that 8, because Dunn's probably a little bit less likely to try to run a bluff on a full house. Dunn has the spades himself, so difficult for him to make a hero call here. Praise that his opponent is not going to be bluffing.
I don't want you grieving over that one too hard.
Yes, sir. You're trying to see it though.
At king high, I was really thinking about it. Like,
That's what I thought you had. It's like something.
king high, it was just a little like jack high.
J-Rock, 10,000 in his stack. Just blasting these guys.
Raise 75.
OFC raising it up with pocket 6s. Sam wakes up with pocket 7s. Looks like he's reaching for some raising chips, calling chip. Harris has 4s. Always going to call on the button. Definitely can see some really, really bloody flops here. 7, 6, 4. And things are going to get spicy. Queen 4, 3. Harris with the best of it. J-Rock has the gut shot. Sam the one.
150.
Coming up betting. 150. Harris has second set here in a spot where Sam can probably never have pocket queens. Starts with a call. J-Rock gonna come in with the gut shot.
3 players.
3 to the turn. 5 or 7 is going to make this spicy. Oh, just drills the gut shot on the turn. J-Rock, the king of gut shots. Sam slow down. Harris is going to bet and face some horrible news. Oh, he's reaching for the chips. Harris bets. Let's see. That's about half pot here. Definitely a dangerous spot because 2 straights come in. Is he gonna smooth call this? J-Rock just goes for the smooth call. Sam now with a gut shot. Does he ever think about making a move here? Calls with the gut shot. A lot of rivers actually will shut things down here. Oh, and it's a full house! Oh! The big save on the river. Goes from riches to rags to riches again. Now what is the sizing? Hottest 2000. Does Harris ever bet small and then J-Rock jams on him? It's definitely a possibility here. Does he ever just go all in? Okay, he goes for 1200. I imagine J-Rock is going to put the money in here. Unless he's scared of the board pairing. Looks like he's reaching for calling chips here. Just a call.
I'm definitely behind then.
Okay. Wow, J-Rock somehow gets away.
Should have bet some. Nice hand, nice hand.
Ouch. I had pocket sixes.
The no spade, no pair. Nice hand.
Well, I don't think anybody got six.
Harris takes out on the boat. Doesn't know J-Rock had a straight. Could have gotten much greedier there. Greedy, greedy, greedy. Need to see greedy.
What's up, buddy? Easy money, baby.
What's up, buddy? How are you?
Fantastic.
What a swingy hand that was.
What's that?
All of the emotions. All of the emotions for us in the booth. None of the emotions for the players because they don't know the ups and downs here. Okay, I'm gonna come in for looks like a raise. Taking his time, counting it out.
Raise 175.
He raises to 175. Looks like we got our man Brass Monkey in the booth. Not down on the table.
Cannot protect.
And Sam takes it down. He wins $40, so it looks like he bet 175 into $40.
I just can't believe you folded queen jack.
Indeed. Our man Brass Monkey joins the table in seat 1.
Did he really fold queen jack?
Yes.
I still can't believe it until you said it. Until you said it.
They were talking, I'm like,
Gentleman and a baller.
when I wasn't watching, I pulled it up. Huh. I just had it in a full house.
No, I put him on a flush.
Trying to be a hero.
Yeah, it was just a hero fold.
That was for what, $400?
Yes, 400.
I called his straight with bottom pair for 500 and fold to a straight for 400.
Okay.
I'm genius. I'm just genius.
Yep. Next level.
Perfect call and a perfect fold in my books.
That's his
You watch any of that,
J folds is
Money maker. That.
to the connectors in absentia.
Like our moneymaker or
Folds
the
up done. Kings again.
No.
I was like, he's an idiot.
J-Rock gonna flat with ace queen
He's awesome.
in the spot where he often is gonna 3-bet, but definitely can have a flat. Gonna bring in OFC.
He made a couple really good calls.
It took a big break though, 8-10 years.
Yeah, I'm not one to shy away from a multi-way pot, 4 to a flop. Exactly what Kings wants to see.
Not from
Ace
poker,
incoming.
like from WSOPs and the big events.
JKJK 773. Really good flop for Kings, unless it's a really, really bad flop. Starts with a half pot bet. J-Rock with no spades, still gonna find the float. An ace or a lot of heart is gonna be able to take this away. 9 of spades. It's gonna slow down done. Ace is going to try to take a showdown value. And the blank on the river. Done. Pretty clear value bet. Let's see what he goes for.
I should have just called the 400 to pay it off. Not to make fun of
You
me.
think?
Takes it down with king.
Just
Three
so
times.
nobody makes fun of me at least.
Stuck the most in the game too.
Easy game. Dunn looks so happy. Finally wins a pot off of
Again?
Yep.
his
Sometimes
opponent.
that can't save you, even though it tries. You know what I mean?
3 times.
It's like here's Keith.
By his opponent, I mean the guy whose name I can't remember. J-Rock, that's right. How could I forget the legend J-Rock? The revenge tastes so sweet, and $4,000 less.
It's quiet in here today.
That's so weird, guys.
I'm so shady.
Free beer. Free
It's like it's like weird for like the stream.
No,
table.
we're just here to have
Like,
fun.
Yeah, that's
There's no such thing as a revenge on the poker table. Money is just gonna go back and forth and back and forth. Although mostly it's gonna go to the left.
Jay's pitching beer too.
Colin gonna raise it up on the button with Jack 10 off suit. Gets a couple of sticky defenders.
The replay.
King, Jack 6. A little bit for everyone. Checks through the flop. Brings Sam a straight. Colin the open ender and a pair.
Then you call. It's called hero call.
But Sam's gonna be the one coming out firing.
To be fair, if he folded and you were correct,
Oh no, Sam has a
you'd be way
straight.
more impressive than
I thought he had the
That is
4.
very true.
Colin's gonna make this call.
So,
I'm such a bad player. Oh my god.
Blankest River.
But I just realized.
Sam's definitely gonna want to
I paid you off last time.
unload the clip now that
Remember
all
you
of
bet,
the
like, you
draws
went all
have
in with
river.
River?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
I had a
That
good
stupid
bluff
six
those
card. Oh my god, yeah.
10%, right?
I didn't know there was a new OFC in town that folds straights. So it folds the nut
Nut
straight. Yeah, not just a straight.
He
So he's like,
he
I
claims
don't
there
know
were
what you-
diamonds on the board.
I don't know
but
what you could have. I was like, well, Jack 9 makes a lot of sense on that.
How?
It's 525 here.
Poor shot.
Yeah, yeah.
There's no
Colin has a hand that's a little bit thin to call with. Definitely a hand you can put turning into a bluff.
And it was this guy. He plays so good.
Lies.
Good discipline to find the
Okay,
ball.
Just for the whole thing.
There it is.
Well played, Sam.
Yeah.
J-Rock still leading the field with 3.6K. Harris in second place
How
with
much is it?
2.3.
13, so let me get
I did.
like
That's the cold spot.
3 hours. You know what? Just put the 100 on there. Here. Yeah. Thank you.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Didn't know the thing. I threw my phone. Yeah. Briggs is taking.
So angry.
I'm a very angry guy. I did. He's going to Italy in the morning, so he's out.
Perfect, man. You can play all night and sleep on the plane.
That's what I said. You got you take an Ambien and knock yourself out.
He got me last time we played.
When was that?
Yeah, it's at the other location. I don't remember how long ago it was. Just remember he was very drunk.
That might if it was. I think he went last night or the night before.
Oh, it's been.
He went last night. It was from 1 to 5. He told me. Like
Prime
he
hours.
showed up at 1 a.m. because it's packed. It's like
That's true, actually.
it's like okay.
I didn't even see him. I was there. I didn't see him.
He said he was on the loud table with some friends.
Heads up. Riz on the loud table? Yeah.
Talking about some drunk players playing all night.
That check.
Sam and Dunn both hit a piece of this. Imagine we're going to see a small continuation bet in the call.
65.
Sam starts with 65, the classic down bet. Or it looks like Dunn bet. No, I can't tell which direction the action went. Looks like Sam bet out into Dunn, who called. Turn goes check, check. Dunn hits a straight. Let's see how much more money Sam's going to put in with third pair. I imagine it's not going to be much.
Oh wait, let me hold on.
Dunn bets the pot. I think Sam's gonna be out of there.
Change me out, will you?
Yeah.
Excuse me, sir. Thank you.
Sorry. Slight delay is since I am in Chicago hearing what sounds like gunshots outside of the window. You know, standard big city living things. J-Rock calls with ace queen suited. There's down at 9-8, the big blind. Just goes ahead and folds the suited connector out of position.
Staying down here.
And Brass Monkey defends a suited ace. Dunn leaps ahead with top pair, but J-Rock with ace queen and spades. Looks like he's going to raise it up. Dunn also has a spade. This might get bloody. Ooh, turn 6 is spades. J-Rock now far ahead. And he immediately checks. Checks back a hand that is just going to be crushing. Now that there's a 4 straight, it might be hard to get a lot of value if you bet large.
625.
J-Rock bets the pot. Praying Dunn has a 7. There is not one single draw that is whiffed here. Dunn makes a suspicious face. I guess we can call that the suspicious smirk. But finds a fold.
I'll do it. Just forever save me.
The 4-liner.
Yeah, I'm very scared.
Flushes there, everything's there.
Had the king of spades.
Ace queen of spades.
It's getting embarrassing.
Still have it.
It's been a while.
Win a hand, and just
2.5 hours later, he's still
Does anybody else have one?
No.
No, he's already paid out. We're just making him hold it
Until it's.
until he comes out. Shame.
Shane, yeah, where's the bell?
Yeah, it's like that.
Let's see if they put on another round of the knit game. J-Rock with Jack 9 gonna raise it up.
25.
Jay finds a call with 9 off suit. 9-9-9 if we want blood.
Alright, that's okay.
Not even close.
Check.
Ace 3-6, both players with first one to show interest is going to take this down.
75.
J-Rock is interested, and he takes it down.
I folded 3-6. Fold. It's just, it's always funny you look down and you're like, huh. Then the ace comes on the turn and you're like, yeah. Losing to everything.
Could be right.
The 7s.
Where'd the beer go? Yeah.
Just finish it like this.
A man doesn't throw away free beer, sir.
Yeah.
Right?
That's right.
I was watching Kingstown last night.
Only they had the free beer promotion.
I got beer because it was free.
This game would be lit.
J
J-Rock leading the VPIP, whopping 53%.
Straddle.
Jay calls with 7-6 off suit.
So since you've had kings 3 times, the first 2 you've ace on the flop.
I think
You only saw a flop once, right? Maybe.
I 3-bet, took it down twice.
Ace, 2
Maybe
king.
wrong.
Aces.
I think so.
Oh, he
No,
heads up
no.
again.
So 3-bet
Far,
once,
far
3-bet
ahead.
again,
Call starts with a check.
flop, default
As
flop,
I imagine he will do
and
with
another one was the
the
hand.
overwhelming majority of its range, but J-Rock slides in there with trips. Checks again. Colin also checks through to set up
Straight over here.
this river trap.
That's unfortunate.
Cost me around $5,000.
Oh,
So that's okay.
that one hurts.
And by slow playing Colin,
King deuce.
Yeah.
definitely
You ever had one of those days?
Horrible
where you
fate.
I folded king deuce.
we'll play Colin.
Where you just everything you fold just hits.
Hit, bam.
I mean, king deuce off the on my.
Yeah, it's garbage.
What'd you show, big boy?
Queen deuce spades.
Did you open under the gun with?
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
Can we get her attention?
Are you available?
Well, he starts it off by calling. King 5 suited Sam's gonna raise it up. Offsuit Jack J wakes up with a real hand, gonna immediately rebet it. See how many of the imposters he clears out.
No.
OC snap fold. Sam calling with dominant
I might have
hand.
called though, and then I'd have hit you. I might have called.
A Jack high flop is gonna be blood. Starts the Queen high flop. Ace 8 Queen. Sam has a little bit of it, probably enough to continue, but he's gonna start with a check.
That's it.
I thought that's what you were doing over there.
Sam puts in the down bet.
And see who's
Or Jay puts in the down bet. Sam
yelling you.
very likely to call, especially with the 9 of hearts.
My friend just
Finds a call. 10 is now blood. I'm just horrible. Always rooting for blood.
That's awesome.
Open your text.
Very safe turn. I'm bringing in straight.
I'm telling you, it's so bad.
Jay just wants to pick a sizing that makes sure that he can get all the money in by the river. That's 600. And Sam's out of there. Just
show the
clean.
9
Show
jack.
one. Come on, show me one. Give me one. Hey. Give me one.
Funny you say 9 jack. I had 9 jack.
Queens.
King, queen of hearts.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Just one.
Close?
Noise.
No ways, no ways.
Just a big raise.
Queen with a flush draw.
Far enough to nick game again, or what?
Let's do it.
Give me a second. Give me that.
Yeah, crushing the field.
Hell no.
Highest
Is it like
highest
is
things.
it like
Gamble,
double
no.
that rolls through? Like, is
I
that?
think yeah, if you went the
I don't
third
think
to that
we
through,
finished
it's
the round.
double.
We started with
Yeah,
that, so we'll wait till it gets to
let's
you.
get that work.
Okay.
We'll put that in the bylaws for the
I'm in
next.
for the day game.
We'll do
We
it on
played
him.
twice.
It'll be a round.
Straddle.
50 straddles on.
150.
150.
Don makes it 150 on the button. Sam defends.
Heads up.
A6 off suit. Four, 2, 2. Sam's going to defend more twos, but Dunn's going to have the overpair advantage here. Comes out swinging, and Sam just snap folds there. A6 with the ace of hearts, not a horrible float there. Still have to be able to defend some kind of ace high there. Make sure that you have ace highs in your turn and river calling range.
It's up to you.
We've been doing it so
I'm not doing it.
I've been feeling it.
You're not doing it? Oh yeah, 2-5 table is a tough step up.
It's really, we were
It's
just
really
talking
sucked the
about
life
that.
out of him, man.
It has affected the way he.
Because all
He looks
all
less
the
joyful.
guys, all the guys at the social played a 5-10, and I'm playing on the table next to it with 2-5. grinding for 8 hours.
Bought in
Okay.
for $400.
So they're like, why is he not playing here? Like, I don't want to.
Raised to 150.
OFC with Kings the third time this night. Now the straddle on. Last time he made it 350 without the straddle. Or 400 without the straddle. Now this time is he going to make it 800?
750.
750. Big raises. Big energy. Let's see if it gets through.
No, that's the Sean that we know.
Haha, I'm so tight now. Haha. 750?
I'm so tight. I'm so tight. Kings, aces, king.
You're raising way too many hands, man.
Got good hands, man. Kings 3 times.
That speech play. That description.
Thank God you didn't have it this time.
Kings, aces, kings. Oh, I'm too wild. I'm playing way too much. You know this game.
If you didn't hit the king, obviously.
Keep the unstuck over here.
Like Kings versus Kings the other day. It's so anticlimactic. You get it all in. It's like
It's anticlimactic until it runs out of 4 flush.
it came 3 flush on the flop.
Yeah, it's also
I was like, oh, and
it's a
it wasn't
sweat.
my 3.
Yeah,
I was
it's
like,
a sweat. You're like, like chop it out. 3 diamonds or whatever. Like, oh shit.
It's I almost said before the flop, you just want to just take it back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it was, I think it was $25 in the pot and 4,000.
Kings versus kings. Can you take some money
Pretty
back?
simple.
I don't want.
Just in case.
I don't want kings versus kings money. I want kings versus aces money.
Champions this past weekend.
Yeah.
And 1 minute before the last break, I'm sitting with 210,000 in chips. And this Asian guy, who ended up winning the tournament, by the way, he was just raising every hand pretty much, no matter showing Jack 8 off, everything, right? I have Ace 8 of hearts, so I blinds with 3-6. He made it 17.
Congrats.
I called.
Woo! Now we can
Flop
start it again.
comes 6 rainbow.
Celebrate the success.
He bets 21.
Yeah.
I call. Turn comes another ace.
Thank you, sir.
So I check. And he bets 32. I call.
During the day, when we started the
River comes a queen.
that hand, next
I
hand,
check, he shoves, I snap call.
800,
And he shows king jack.
Was that your tournament live? I didn't. Did you have it covered?
Yeah, he had me covered.
Are these still the same rules as Queen Plus?
Oh yeah, yeah. So we're
The player
we're
playing
doing
every hand is
queens,
on a
aces, and
heater.
kings. You
They
cannot
feel
win
so
pre-flop.
invincible. You can't do
Then
anything
you
against them.
cannot
They have
go
that battle.
with queens.
They
aces,
always
and
have it.
So slow play your queens. And
You think, oh man, maybe I should play really loose
Well, I
too.
choose to do that usually.
That's what they want.
Pre-flop only.
Was that actually a rule that I had no idea?
We just made it. Yeah.
Thank you.
I made it.
We did actually just make it though. Yeah.
Wait to 150.
Colin raises it up to 150.
5, 10, 25.
Ace jack of spades. OFC just flats instead of making it 800.
Exactly.
I just didn't raise because we have this new rule.
Or to the flop. Nine jack 5.
Check.
Everyone except Brass Monkey hits a little bit of this.
200.
Colin's gonna go ahead and bet a third of the pot. OFC just calls. And I imagine Sam going to find a call here as well for such a small price. And ace brings turmoil. The king. Probably going to start to slow down some players. Let's see if Colin slows down here. OFC now gets a free shot at this river. Ends up putting a nice hefty bet. Gonna want to represent
900.
this king. He can have king queen here. King 10. With some straight draws. Definitely going to be able to put Colin into a tough spot, especially if he fires through on the river. Colin makes the call. OFC drills it on the river. He's got 4,000 left in his stack, 3,000 in the pot. Would love to just see an all in. Max pan your opponents here. It doesn't make sense to load up 3,000 and leave just a little bit behind. I mean, the pot's 3.2. Colin's got 3.6. Let's put the money in. OC bets 2.4. Colin still has the knit button. This is a horrible spot.
Have a couple zero.
So many draws missed. Queen X, 10X, diamonds.
Thank you.
OC takes it down. Again, definitely helps knowing that you're going to see your opponent's hand.
Very nice.
Alright, your next deal. Thanks, players. Appreciate you all. Have a good night.
Thanks, Sam.
Ouch.
Thank you.
Hey, by the way, how much are we playing the mid button for?
50. Oh, this was 100.
Playing the knit button for 100, so if you lose, you have to pay out $800 to the rest of the table. You know, when the biggest winner is 400, the big losers, I'm sorry, 4,000, the biggest loser is 4,000. Paying out 800, that's a healthy chunk of change.
You can. Let's just do
Oh, you big chicken.
I'm the 2-5 guy.
I'm all in for the bomb.
Hey, let's vote. Who wants the bomb pot?
That's right, with all I'm adding.
I don't care. I don't care. Totally indifferent.
And 50,
I mean, let's play.
ELO, single board,
It's
bomb pot.
No.
Sometimes we do cap.
You don't want to play double board?
We can do
You
1,000
guys
cap.
scared
or
of multiple?
1,500 cap, whatever.
1,000 cap's fine.
1,000 cap. Okay.
Two board PLO. Champion.
Bomb pod, 1,000 cap.
I had a 2,000.
Game where everyone has the best hand on the flop.
Yeah,
Everyone
you're
works
the
to the river. Best game ever.
It's 1,000 per street or 1,000 total?
1,000 total.
1,000 total.
Once you're in for 1,000, you're in.
1,000 total.
That's the way we did it. Now I'm gonna get the worst PLO hand you've ever seen.
That's the best way
Sometimes
to
I
do
feel
it.
like
Yeah,
I'm
it's
almost
the
good
best
at
way to
bomb
do
pot.
it. It's $50.
Like you
The
use
pretty
one
ones
foot
never
to
make
kick the
it.
ball, the other foot
When
shoot
anything
your
The biggest,
guess it would be single board, right?
one of the biggest pots I've ever.
What does that even
lost
mean?
was
I don't know.
I
Provocative.
flop nuts. Get it all in.
No, it's double.
4 ways and lose
It's
both,
double
of course.
I do not know or care.
It's just because of the software that they're single board.
Oh.
Alright, so 3 boards.
When I see the third card come out, I want to go misdeal, but
Alright, so nasty
PLO.
single board. Bomb.
Kilo, you have to use 2 cards? You mean I can't use 0 cards?
Yeah,
What is-
well, 4 card single board.
I only like games where you can use 0 cards in your hand.
Single board?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Look,
cool.
bomb pot in rotation here. Brass monkey with spades, gonna bet out. Done with jacks, just smooth calls. This is the 2 pair with OFC. Everyone has a piece of this.
And there's no nib.
Dunn might really regret just flatting here. Dunn does block the 9 of spades, which is great about. Nice, super blank river.
800 cap it?
Yeah.
800.
Okay, he's capping it at 800.
Counting it out, slides out that nice little pot chip.
They could have done 1,000 cap. So 800 cap.
Colin here in an odd spot, having a set in bomb pot. Always a little bit awkward. I know OFC doesn't think he's giving off a lot of information, but he's
So I
kind of often saying that he has.
last action, right?
whole
There's no more
pair
cap
here.
Of the whole hand.
That also
Yeah,
gives
I
away
like-
that he's
Yeah.
I cap it. Right.
you know, blocking or unblocking various hands. Like, should probably just not talk with other players in the hand.
Sam, what do I do, Sam?
Like, Colin should be paying a lot of attention here and realizing,
Somebody's got pocket
I don't think
threes.
you're gonna make the flush.
you know, be thinking about what kind of hand OFC is thinking about folding there, right?
You need to
The
hit.
fact that OFC probably wants to fold a jack
Set
there.
of jacks?
No, he's got the
So
He's
yeah.
got the threes.
I had a set of five.
Oh my god, he's got jacks. What the hell?
Oh, and Colin drills it on the river with the 9-7.
Holy
Guess my hand.
cow.
Guess my hand. Jack 8.
Oh wow. I figured Jack 8-5 actually. Is
That's
what
what
you
I'm
had.
I
like.
had 2 5s.
So I was drawing dead pretty much calling that.
10-5, actually.
Wow. That's why I don't play
And
PLO.
that's why we kept
River went check.
His idea was to play that shit.
If you had
Why is it the river went check with? The river to straight after your opponent pots the turn and checks the river should be a little bit difficult for them to have other straights.
37,
I had 1500, but that was.
Brass Monkey yet to raise a single hand.
I'm going to add on 1K as well, so.
But maybe Brass Monkey's just a late bloomer.
We had 100.
Still time to set up, get his hand warmers,
I've seen that one before, actually.
I have two.
aka tequila.
I saw Derek like short bot the first time. It's like jam on. Next time they're like
That's the stratum, is that what that is?
like how much you in for? It's like, I'm
Sam
in
looks
for 100.
down
Like, no,
at
like,
the
min buy,
Butte.
like 1K. Like, yeah, I'm in for 100.
King Queen gonna raise it up to
And then like min buy
250.
is 1K. Like,
Harrison the
okay,
big
he's
blind with
pulling out
7.
5Ks.
Just gonna fold against this huge sizing. After seeing Sam both limp and raise large,
I called
I
Isaac,
really like
the
his
owner at
fold.
Champions, and I'm like, hey, we need a room.
Good discipline
Like,
fold.
A couple of guys coming over, so he said okay, and then so he must have told the
I checked.
people there, and
Queen
Eddie
8,
was working at Champions.
10.
Poker
Both players
house.
get a little bit of
that's
this.
cool.
Yeah, so he calls me up. He's like, "Are you coming here?" And I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "I'm working here now." I'm like, "Cool." So we get there, and he puts me straight
gonna
on.
start
the
with a
street,
down
1-3.
bet.
I lose $7,000
I call.
Oh, well.
on a 1-3. My VPIP was 90%.
I call, yeah. So is this 1K and play this
Not
hand?
90,
Or
but
is that?
75%.
I'm helping.
So when did you go?
We're
Went
gonna make
there
the
on
call
Friday,
after
I
stepping
think.
away from the table.
Thursday or Friday, and then I came back Sunday. Sunday
A
night.
little bit of a mixed bag for Sam. The flush comes in, but he does hit his queen. Let's see a small bet here, something like 300.
So I just need to call Eddie.
Yep.
Don't forget to show.
Beautiful
I'll
sizing.
give you Isaac's number.
Hey,
You know what? Just text me. I'll take care of it for you.
you get an
Okay.
extra
The
button.
room and everything.
Well played,
If
Sam.
you remind somebody, you get their button.
Food's still good? I mean,
Oh, there, everything's the same. Food's better.
That's the way we played last
So,
time.
man, you love
I-
that.
I love that.
That's
place.
the way we.
The only problem right now is
Sean
everybody's
is-
in
I'm stuck
Vegas,
fucking heaps, I don't
so
care.
so there's no action.
I didn't know you were stuck
on the
deep. I'm
table,
sorry. I
so
feel
you
really
might
bad
have to
now.
go to Legends or something, which is 5 minutes away from there. That was the only issue that we had. So
Okay.
first day he arranged a private game and we had a good time.
Learning about rules as we go.
That is always a rule. If you remind somebody, if you
How?
Get their button.
yeah.
Oh my
Sorry, I
god.
didn't.
As I was remembering, I was going to
So
show
he
you.
had
Aces,
That's
kings,
wrong,
kings,
That's what I said. Is
kings,
just give it back. Yeah.
jacks for OFC.
That's the rule.
175.
Okay, I'm gonna call on the button. Dunn wakes up with queens.
At this rate, I'm going to be in it no matter what. So.
It'll be a big pot here.
1,000.
Let's see. Ooh, makes it a fat 1K. Definitely a big boy raise. The only 4K left is definitely going to threaten a large part of OFC stack. Imagine he's thinking about whether he should call or just ship it now. From the hijack, wow! OFC just straight up folds jacks to the squeeze.
I'm going to miss that
He
one.
just knows.
No, he gets a net.
Dunn sees this afterwards. He's going to be disgusted.
No.
His laser button shows queens.
God, what the fuck?
OFC folded a trade earlier, now
Swear to
fold
God.
jacks.
I don't believe him. I can't believe him. I still can't believe him.
I believe it.
See, that's why I make folds like that.
Orientedness
So I
in
can
the
make folds
house.
like these.
But C3 gets one too. You got
You
an
calling you
extra
right, you're a
for him, right?
genius. Fold and
He
whiff.
should get one.
I got one for him.
I don't know what to do.
Jacks.
Yeah, yeah.
What is strategy?
No, he has to
Being
get
right.
one.
No, he just doesn't get the 50 if he
You
loses.
beat value.
He just doesn't get 50.
Like, I
He's
had
not
tens
in the
there.
game.
Okay, so you just
I can have
He
tens.
started late.
There's already
Fair
three
enough.
people
Have
without
to
money.
reach. Go with it.
Wild
How
guess.
many people? Jay, you got a button?
Come on, tilt, man.
Oh, by the way, give him his net back.
OFC, the
Sir,
bullet
give him his
dodger.
net back because pre-flop queens, kings, and aces don't
Don't
play.
count.
That's right.
That's a dub.
You should have
No,
two.
you still get it. And you got to give that one
I
back.
have an extra one. I know. I keep it up here. Trust me.
He gets one more net.
Do we have another one?
Yeah,
him.
we do.
Saying queens, kings, and coasters.
We're bad at the game, Colin.
Get rid of
Good, I
the
remembered.
I'm breaking.
Because I was thinking about that. I'm like,
I hadn't thought about that. I didn't.
because I'm
I
like,
wouldn't have said
can
a word
he,
about it.
since I had jacks, I was thinking about that hand.
I thought he like
I'm
transferred over.
Can he
like,
really have queens, kings, and aces here in re-raise, though he has two knit buttons? I'm like, yeah, maybe.
No way I reminded you. You don't get it ready.
player at the table.
Okay, so two bad folds, two amazing folds. Okay, we're even.
Not even.
2 and 2.
125.
2 and 2, but some of them in much bigger bet size and
What a fold.
bigger pots than the others. If you make the mistakes in the big pots and then you make the good plays pre-flop,
I don't know who's in the
Not
booth,
break
but if
even.
it's Derek, he's gonna be like, look, this is the same guy who folded straights.
Sam raises it up with ace queen. It's a pretty favorable flop raiser.
You should have, after that
End
fold,
up
they should
putting
give you
in
a net button back.
the down bet. Jay's
Give
gonna
you
call.
gold, kings, queens,
Oh,
or
if he's
jacks.
down the way of the
or
net,
what.
that's insane. Makes me sad.
Turn 5 of club.
It's the change.
I think I'm playing the best poker of my life.
It is a change. It is a change.
I love it. I'm loving it.
How'd you finish
2-5
that
changed my life.
I just hate that it's at my expense. You know what I mean? Like, I just hate that it's at my expense. I'm happy for you.
I gave him
Sam
6,000
goes ahead
last
and
week.
bets about half the pot. This should probably end of the road for Jay.
I called the old OFC instead of calling the new OFC. Folding to
The
new
knit
OFC.
button always
But there,
hanging over his
overdue. I'm
head.
still bet. Like that 8-10 against him right now at just 900.
Even
I'm
touching
still
it,
play poker.
feeling
You
it.
made a really bad call on the turn and got
The ring tempts you.
I had a pair flush draw.
I know, and I bet pot.
It was 895.
I know. He was there.
Ring tempts you.
Close enough. I was milking
Not
like a
The
sick
pot was
ball.
2,300.
I know, but
It was.
You have a king?
go back and look. I don't remember.
Because on the flop,
You're probably right.
Check the tapes.
Run it back. Run it back.
John bet 295,
Here, bet at
280 or
10?
something. We all both called.
What do you
That's
think?
not
I
that.
had you on a solid flush draw along with John,
Which you were right.
I don't know.
but then at sixes tricked me.
Yeah, that's why the
If you're
show.
just joining us,
Because I'm like, there's no way you can read that.
you are watching 510 25 action here at TCH Dallas. I am your commentator for this evening, Alvin Lau, aka Alvin Teaches Poker. Please check me out on YouTube, Alvin Teaches Poker.
Old OFC kicks in every now and then.
OFC calls with 50. Brass Monkey gonna raise him up. Dunn folds. Ace and suit from the small blind. Nice solid fold. I don't imagine OFC is not gonna go anywhere with a strong suited
Heads
connector.
up. Me and the best.
You and the best.
6 in the door. Brass Monkey always gonna follow through here. Just depends on how much. Looks like he's going 175. Goes for the down bet. Everyone's down betting. It's a down betting party.
That's right.
Brass Monkey loading up the clip.
Okay, I believe you.
Well played, Brass Monkey.
King Jack.
OFC,
I'm playing the new OFC.
Had a pair of 6. Pair of 6.
You're welcome.
new
Playing
OFC
with, like, queen
lied
plus
like the old OFC.
Now I have to.
I had a pair of 6.
This is ridiculous.
We got two
Tell me
guys.
about it.
Two guys with 2.
5, 10, 25, 50.
I don't like this net game. It's gonna take forever to get our money.
Yeah, the stream's
They
gonna be
both got
over. They're
2-2.
3-3 by the time it's over.
Dun's got 2 knit buttons. He's gonna raise it up. He's got some work to do if he's not gonna pay out.
We can get rid of one right now. We can speed it up.
That would speed it up.
My man.
Yes. First knit button removed.
Halfway there.
That's why I folded.
The last
Like,
player to get rid of their knit button has to pay out $100 to everyone else at this table, $800 being a horribly
He never said it was nice to meet you.
people are racing to get rid of their buttons.
He never
Harris
said it was
still
nice
has
to meet you.
his.
He just said, what's your
He
name?
might have to pay the second fee for the night.
Because he's
Damn, Sean.
I would like to be filled with
Racing's like old man coffee over there.
he's cranky.
Started playing 2-5. All of a sudden he's mad all the time.
Wow.
He's folding jacks to 1-3 bet. It just.
It was a 6x, sir.
I'm going to raise it up to 75 with ace 10. I imagine the straddle is off.
1,000?
A finds a flat.
6x.
No.
25 short of 6x.
Yeah.
So it's not 6
It's not 5x either.
Got it.
It's not 5x either.
Got it. I didn't expect you to fold jacks.
Is that a straddle or?
Three-handed OFC decides to make the call. Gin for Jay. Sam's the one who's going to come out betting on a board that is pretty dicey for the undergun raiser into the field. Sam smooth calls, turns a 3. I'm sorry, Jay smooth calls.
That's right.
Sam shuts it down. I imagine the bombs are going to come out. Small bomb. A little bit more than half pot. We'll call this a grenade. And Sam makes the hold.
They can't beat him. He's too good.
Folks, he folded 6-7, just knowing the diamonds were coming.
I didn't think it moved.
What did he show?
6-7.
It came too easy. Let's get there. J-Rock leading the field 4K. Harris, 2.2. Let's see, up and down,
You keep track with
but is now up 2K. As he predicted so far, he said that most of his sessions he's up 2K or down
He
2K.
switched.
Yeah. You just know. Then you start noticing. Oh, wow, this is 50,000 a month.
Harris with another medium pocket pair. See if it also goes 4-way. He's forced to blow it up. Dunn makes it 225. And I imagine this is going to be a spot where Harris will be able to find a defense, looks down to make sure that Dunn has enough money,
I have some blacks that
and makes the call.
just want to make sure you see them. I have around 5K. I started around 5K.
10-8-4. Definitely the flop you want to see with pocket 9. But Dunn's going to come up betting. Goes for a down bet, which I think is a little bit non-standard in this spot. Usually something like, you know, half pot or even 2/3 pot is going to be a little bit more efficient in denying equity. Mostly because, you know, when you bet small, a lot of your opponents kind of like double backdoors and such are going to get there. Harris rivers the straight, but Dunn has a card flush. Should be a spot where Harris is not going to lose too much because Ace-King also gets there. Finds a check, which I absolutely adore. And Dunn's going to probably go fairly large here. Being able to exclusively represent Ace-King. He overbets here. Putting Harris into a very gross spot. I love the sizing, having backdoored into a hand that is still tricky, and you unblock a lot of your opponent's calling range by holding 5 or 4. Definitely a spot where Ace-King also takes this line. Harris is probably thinking about how many overbet bluffs do we see in this spot. This would be a pretty tough, pretty big laydown here. Looks like he's kind of reaching for it, but he does not like this spot. Fortunately, he pays him off. He's going to see the bad news. Hopefully done. Really nasty sizing.
Beat the odds.
Saw that. This is running good. I didn't put you on the 4-5, but I did have you on a fly.
Yeah. Had the sneaky one.
Kind of folded to the same.
And I was playing Monday. I had the exact same thing.
J-Rock, still the big winner. Over 4K. OFC almost 2K. No one else even above the 1K mark.
Calling
Poker is a crucial game.
River of the pen. He bet big and I jammed it. Insta-fold.
25 to play.
So I think it's flush.
Okay.
You felt me against it. Jam a few more times.
All right.
Very often when you
Thank you.
check the 4 straight with the low end of the straight, it'll be pretty hard for you to find the fold, especially when your opponent overbets.
I just have that face.
They're definitely looking like they're trying to buy the pot, even though this was a spot where exactly ace king right there.
This motherfucker.
I know he's so good, he's just bluffing.
Looks like this was a limp pot. J-Rock just going to take it down and get the nip button.
He's young. Way too aggressive. Has a face.
Sometimes you are. That's good though. You gotta have a little mix.
But yeah, try to keep them on their toes.
Kind of like how I got OFC a minute ago. Kind of like that. Kind of like I got OFC with the queen 9 off.
Yeah, it's good.
It's fun.
Who's phone?
I just made the
Of course, it's
mime
Let's grab it.
action towards my girlfriend.
We're chatting.
Could I please have the rest of the Kit Kat? Which she mimed, nope, they have been murdered.
See if somebody else do
Then raises it up with ace king. Rathman gonna look down at a reasonable hand to defend.
Boom.
Good luck, sir.
Makes a call.
Oh, good luck to you. Hopefully we get some.
I did not mean that.
Beans in the door. Rathman gonna lead out itty bitty done. Definitely gonna call. Over his back doors. Check on the turn. Checks again on the river. Ace high is just gonna take it, and Brass Monkey looks for the
Trying to trap me, Sean.
tricky stuff.
Yeah, that was a full trap. I thought you would bet that river, but yeah, whatever.
Guys are out here trying to trap me, trying to.
Pretty bad. You know, young, aggressive punk would go after it.
Not 2 in a row.
And number 60,
Button 4-5.
what will probably be, what, 95 November?
Did you call anything?
Yeah, we probably played, what, 25 hands an hour
I have like aces.
out here in Texas?
No, I'm sitting there.
That's the Texas pace.
Yeah, you gotta have something big to call in. Yeah. Trying to get any way to get more value out of that.
Said the Yankee in Chicago.
I was hoping you bluff. Ace King's too good.
How can I even play off a southern drawl as an Asian man from Chicago Public Schools? I don't think. OFC, once again, phoned in for his hand. Let's see, what was it going to be? 750? 450 this time with ace king.
I ain't got
It's like
smaller.
aces, kings, jacks, tens. I probably call all of
You have a nib button over there?
No, sir.
No, you didn't have jacks, had queen jack.
Imagine J-Rock is not going anywhere.
them. You had a strong assumption.
Does he ever put in a raise here? Nope, just call.
When you had something like pocket eights, and you were gonna see if I had a queen and then go
King,
with it.
king, 4 for blood. King in the window.
Yeah, that's what we needed. We would have been bombs away. Queen jack?
Oh yeah,
King in the window. Let's see
I'd have checked. You'd have bet. I'd have called.
OFC
Let's see what the
I'm
turn
bombing.
is.
gonna get all of
Let's
it.
see what the turn looks like.
Seat 5 has 2 nit buttons. I think if you remind someone else that they should have showed their hand, you get an extra.
because then I'd have
Usually the rule. I think they might be playing with some like other rule where if you win a pot with aces, kings, or queens, you get a knit button. Oh gosh. Turn trip.
Yeah,
This
there's a
is
chance you got
gonna
king ten,
hurt.
like,
You're like,
pocket
yeah, I'm
tens.
dead.
OFC's only job is to put all of the money in.
Best way to
Hopefully
lose
he
some
can
money,
get
a lot of money.
all
Get
of
an
it.
ace in the river.
He checks the turn.
Check it back though. Yeah. Oh, now we're in.
J-Rock hits the boat after the
I call it a little bit.
trap. Oh my god.
Not too much. The ace queen is hurting me. Yeah.
How does this money go in? Does he check and put in the check raise? That might be a little too fancy here. That's 2,000.
This is where I want to have pocket tens.
A little bit more than 2,000 here. Looks like 2,050. Putting OFC in a horrible spot, but you have trips. Let's see if OFC's amazing radar here can find a fold.
Thank you.
Just saw a player overbet with the goods. I love this polarizing size from J-Rock. Really punishes his opponent for checking back with a bluff catcher. Even if he has ace queen here, puts you in the blender. We've already seen OFC fold a straight, seen him fold jacks. Is he going to be able to get away from top trips ace kicker after he checks back the turn? Has to also be thinking about sometimes runs into king jack, but maybe king jack does not overbet here.
My man Collins holds it down.
Does OFC know J-Rock's plan well enough to be able to make that read?
Bring the nittiest guy on the table.
Does J-Rock ever do this with just naked king 9?
Way to go, Mallory.
It's funny though, cause he got the invite. He texted me, he's like, I don't know what you did, man, but like, thank you. I was like, dude, I didn't do shit, bro.
I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna play so tight.
What do you have there, buddy?
Me and him
I'm
were
a
the
big
ones who were
hand.
down all the money.
I like it.
OFC also does block ace jack. One of the hands
Did you make it on the river or was I already dead?
he's representing.
On the way on the drive in, there's only 2 people winning.
Oh, really?
J-Rock and Jay.
OFC thinking about making a
Couldn't
fold here.
tell how much everybody else was stuck.
He's just at the top of his range. I mean, this should just be a standard, sometimes you lose money when you call. I think he's going to make a call.
Will you show if I fold? If you say yes, I fold. Okay, I fold. I fold.
Wow, OFC folds ace king there facing the overbet. OFC's here to make some big calls, but he was right.
You were stuck.
It's some just disgustingly good folds. And one really bad one. So let's not worry about that. It's just fun
This
OFC.
is classic J-Rock OFC.
Let's not be results oriented here, even though we're definitely being results oriented.
Here's the thing: is what does he beat? When he bets 2,000.
Like, moved down his stage and picked up superpowers.
OFC's gonna look back at this and feel like,
Never make
"God,
fun.
call
I'll
it."
never make
If he
fun of
did,
Queen Jack fold again.
I will.
How can you fold?
I think he attributes his newfound matrix-like dodge moves from playing at 2-5, whereas their opponents are often quite face up and will tell you what they have. SB limps from under the gun, which is not going to be confusing as a commentator at all.
Oh my God, what's going
It's like
on?
if you had a player called under the gun, he was on the button.
No, he folded.
I'm about to
Big family
bust it
pot.
off with some really bad cards.
Looks like J-Rock just limped behind with ace queen. This guy
That
is
was my double up.
mixing it up all sorts of ways. 2 players hit top pair. J-Rock, the super disguised hand.
Thank God I didn't bet the turn. I bet the turn. You raise, I go all in. Call. I'm fucked.
Bunch of
Set
people
up.
call.
Thank God I went with trap.
Oh, and Jay jumps ahead. Everyone's going to check over to him. He's going to bet a little bit. Seems like the metagame here in Dallas is to set a lot of traps. Bet really small a lot and hope your opponents call you. And Jay's got trips.
What I get?
Well played, Jay.
What I get for slow playing monster free flop?
Earlier we had almost all losers. Now only two
I'm never gonna
players.
fold
It's
you
quite a
again.
monster when you don't.
Are
You
leaving
got
down
four
for the
people
session?
in, you know. I mean,
SB just sat in.
with the ace of spades.
Interesting. Thank you. Thank you. It was tough. It was tough.
So if I check, you make a value bet, right?
100%. I make a big bet. That's why
Well,
I checked the turn.
Yeah, that's why I was like, I got to get some value because I have stone colds. And I was like, no way he has a king.
I just didn't like that queen.
SB limps 4-2 offsuit. J-Rock limps behind. Or checks his option. Gets top pair. Starts seeing the money going. There's a queen. Imagine he'll go pick check. River's an ace.
I'm gonna text
Would love to see
all
the
those
4
six
turn
guys.
itself into a bluff,
Like, watch this, folks.
but it's not going to. J-Rock picks on the pot.
And this one. And this one.
And this one,
Well,
and
just
this
the
one,
4.
and this one, come on.
Overbet this river. Especially when you see your opponents are making big hands when you overbet. Want to start putting in some overbets yourself. J-Rock on the big 5K profit.
That's all you can do.
You guys lost a big fish. Sorry, what can I say?
You're still a big fish if you call until the river and then we bet and fold.
Dunn and Sam
Didn't know if you knew
and
that.
Harris getting the pre-flop aggression.
Oh, you should have looked.
I don't know if
Harris,
this team likes
ace king of diamonds. Big slick with the shine. Dunn is going to flat pocket eights. See 5-4. Gets snap folded. Jay's gonna come along here. 3 to a flop. Let's see. Ace king 8 for blood. King in the window. King 5. Oof. Jay hits the super sneaky 2 pair. Fortunately for Harris, the board is 3 spades, so he's not going to be losing too much. Starts with a 1/4 down bet.
So the dealers supplies at
See
500, 1,000, 1,000.
if Jay
Shuffle up a bit.
goes for sneakiness. Turn is a 6. I imagine Harris is going to keep firing in some money. Probably going to see a bet between 800 or 900 here. Oh, Harris goes for the down bet, respecting the fact that 2 pair and a straight comes in. Gonna save himself a lot of money. River is the jack of clubs. Let's see if Harris goes for that super squeaky thin value or if he just checks it back. Looks like he just shows it down and dodges. 2 pair. Well played, Harris. Goes for the turn block bet to check back the river, which works
What is the quality?
really, really well in this particular spot, even though he does lose the pot. Harris now break even for the session. The ups and downs, the cruel, cruel world.
What's it winning? Can't see.
Well, you get to draw an envelope. You get a 5 again.
There's a 5K in there.
That's kind of fun.
J-Rock, 44% of hands. J, 44. Colin at the bottom with 20.
Nice though.
Start getting them.
Yeah, everybody's jumping up and down when he pulls the 5. He's like,
Colin said he didn't want to put the microphone on because he doesn't like the sound of his own voice. Colin, this stream is not for you. It's for us. We want to hear your beautiful dulcet tone. Also, if you don't want to wear a microphone, don't play on stream. Big fact. Sam gets there with a 10.
I think Helmy rubbed off on me on that.
Start with a bet on the flop.
Of all
That's a good
people,
thing. That's a good thing.
A little bit on the larger side. That's 200 into 160. I wonder if Colin can just outright fold here facing this overbet. And he does. Well played, Colin.
That's
For
what I
sure.
said.
For sure. No doubt. Whether he did or not, that was.
Thank you.
That table I played out was the funniest.
Sam definitely mixing it up with various bet sizes.
I sent with that first day.
You know,
Right.
were
goes
the first
big
day,
and
right?
small
Yeah.
pre-flop.
That
Can't
table
really tell
was-
what he has.
Brazil God and
Goes big and small post-flop. Generally,
After the
what you
stream
should
or
do is
during.
Oh, you came in later.
look at
Okay, okay,
where
you came
you
later.
are in your game.
Oh,
Yes,
Sean D
try to
was
proceed
there, then he
accordingly.
left?
Yeah. They
Oh.
played that
What
tournament.
variety
And then he
of
came back because I played with him
Yeah.
that night after the stream.
Button
Yeah,
clickers.
Played
That's
with them
right.
that night.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
I play with Sean Dugan pretty good.
Brass Monkey waking up
He's awesome.
with the Cowboys.
It was rough. I was thinking of his quote.
SB with a Cowboy. That's the call.
I'm thinking of it too.
Say that one, Raptor.
One Cowboy being considerably worse than two. And it looks like Colin is going to raise it up with suited connectors out of position, multi-way, which is usually a very, very ambitious play, especially when you're playing against one of the two are not very happy to fold here.
Not a big hand.
Brass Monkey counting out some raisin chips here.
Oh, shit. Good fold. Again.
Brass Monkey makes it 875. Now, Colin is in an interesting spot because when you do 3-bet suited connectors, they are among the best hands to defend against a hand like pocket aces or pocket kings. So Colin does make the call. Let's see if he hits a super strong hand. 10 in the window and a 6. So Colin gets a little bit of what he wants to hit here. Brass Monkey can bet anything between, 400 and 1,500 here. Brass Monkey starts with the very small bet. Really love it. And now this is definitely going to size in Colin with that gut shot. As you can see, he's got 26% equity, so it's going to be pretty hard for him to fold. He goes and puts in the small raise. I think he's going to regret opening the betting here. Colin finds the snap fold.
Man, I wish you had a mid button. Oh,
It was a tough spot when you have the gut shot out of position because you do, in one sense, hit the hand that you hit. That you want to hit when you call those suited connectors, but any more money goes in, you are not thrilled.
Four of them. Yeah. A straight draw.
8-9. 8 down of spades.
8, 9, and diamonds.
Diamonds.
But that's also a spot where if your opponent has ace king, you are going to
There's a diamond draw on the flop, right?
rip them to shreds.
Oh, they're hearts. Okay.
So, well played by both players.
Oh, so you
Done
played
with the
one side.
tens. Gonna raise it up. Gonna run into SB's aces in the small blind. J-Rock with queens behind. J-Rock being the most active player at the table. Makes it, wow. Oh, aces just smooth call. Didn't even 3-bet. Dunn is gonna call here. Aces, imagine, is gonna put in a big raise behind. Goes just straight, goes all in with 5K. J-Rock with the queens against the overcall jam. This does look like jacks or ace king a lot. Should be pretty hard to fold queens here on the button. Maybe this was under the gun versus under the gun +1 versus hijack, you could think about it, but woo. It's gonna be a big fold for queens. Especially after Dunn called. And And there's so much dead money.
47?
Looks like 1,700 in dead money already in the pot. Doug R says LFG call. I do think that this is. I would be shocked if Queens folds here. Right, part of poker is just taking those beats when they do come. J-Rock realizing if he does make this call and his wrong and loses, woo! Queens finds the fold. Oh, now does tens look this up? Does tens ever get suspicious if this is nines or ace king? At first I thought Queens was going to call, but maybe it's tens. Oh, aces gets it through. J-Rock going to be so happy when he sees that he folded queens. These guys are too good. All of them know what their opponents have for flop.
I mean, if you're not in the hand, I instant call. But
Also, well played SB, putting your opponents completely in the blender there.
I had queens.
Ooh. As we can see, SB's only played 14 hands, so
Would you call kings?
Yeah.
relative unknown to the table.
If he's not behind me, I call instantly.
It's him though.
Uh-huh.
See, you know what I'm talking about. So you may call a 7-8 there. If he
Colin
calls
with
the odds.
jiggities and, more importantly, the knit button. Now, so far, a lot of these guys have not shown a propensity to fight hard
Oh, I don't ever.
in the presence of the knit
I
button.
was sitting in that seat.
Seems that y'all should play the knit button more.
Player pre-flop pocket kings.
No, I had queens.
Right, but I'm saying I did.
Ace Queen 3.
On string.
Jay jumps ahead.
And you ran it once and I lost.
Colin can play this a couple ways. He can down bet the flop. He can
I'm still not.
check back and use an overbet strategy. I think both of these are pretty reasonable.
So you unblock ace king.
Oh, there we go.
From here, probably just
There
gonna
we
go
go.
check, 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 check.
Sean's not gonna believe it. As much as I don't believe him, what he pulls, he's not gonna believe what I pull.
Jax gets there on the river.
I can verify the one.
Jay visibly frustrated with his.
Nuts. Like,
Well, he
what?
showed me
His
his
check.
king, though. And then and you saw the queen jack.
Yeah. I don't know how you. Well, the problem with the ace king.
Colin takes down and gets rid of his
king
big
queen. You're losing the king jack. You're losing
Easy
the
game.
king 10. You're also then you all of a sudden are losing the.
J-Rock still on top of the leaderboard, big winner of the night.
Won't believe it, I just folded.
10.
So far done after running a set
both just
into a
folded.
straight
150,
is
fold, just flat
big
flop,
loser of the night.
550. He calls 550. He shoves, and I fold queens on the button. He didn't show though, so I don't know. We'll see. I would say no good. But.
I think at best I was doing
You didn't want to flip for $5,000.
Not whenever it's either like I'm smoked
Or you're
or
flipping.
everything. Yeah.
And you had, would you have 10?
That's it. Yeah.
J-Rock calls the 50.
I think so too.
Come on, guys, I want to see some blood.
Especially now.
I want to see some raises and 3-bets and 4-bets and buffs.
Yeah.
I put him on.
I had it on jacks. I was like,
I was a little worried you might have like
but I think
ace or something. Might be trying to like flip. But
I'm glad that you said that. I'm very happy.
verified. You're valid. You're valid.
Squeeze ahead or no? I mean, you guys
Oh,
can
come
see
on.
like probably I'm just guessing. 30 minutes.
15 minutes, right?
15.
More like 13.
2, 3, 8 on the
this
flop.
one's mine, Brian.
Might be.
J-Rock starts with a bet.
Watching the stream, he just while I was going out, it played. The hand was in play.
The stun run continues with 2 pair.
Fucking fold, like when he folds
Gonna fire it out, villain immediately gives up.
Oh wow.
J-Rock shows 2 pair. Didn't even have the knit button, just showing them 2 pair because J-Rock's a nice guy. He wants you to sleep at night.
Little softer.
Dig it in there.
There's a little TT on the seat.
Hey, God, he's wearing just depends.
Sounds like words.
$69 hands into what's probably going to be 100 this evening. See, Ace Jack offsuit folded under the gun. J-Rock raising it up. Brass Monkey is going to defend a suited hand in the straddle. And J-Rock with 2 hearts, I imagine it's just going to go bet call on the flop and take it down. Nope, Brass Monkey has other plans, calling with 10-2. Turns the open-ended straight draw. I wonder what the plan is here. Turn goes check, check, and then gets there on the river. And then turns his hand into a bluff.
I made it on the river.
Brass Monkey here to mix it up. And now he's up 2K. Let's go. You know me, I'm rooting for blood.
Who's calling tonight?
I want to see
Are you looking at the stream?
both be both. I want to see aces versus kings versus queens. No one fold. All these guys are just folding pre-flop. No one wants to get stacked. Don't come to play on streams and not get stacked. Come on, guys. SB, UTG with queen.
Saber fold. Imagine if I was wrong again. Oh my god.
Oh, that would have been embarrassing.
Tom looks down at a suited ace and a look of boredom.
Or streams at
Still
least.
plans to fold.
God, I wish he'd have thrown over like King 8.
Definitely the death of a poker player when they feel
I think if you
bored.
check that, you get my stack, Jared.
Well, and I was like, I've got to get some value, so I'm just going to overplay it.
Jay defends the button. Brass Monkey
Surely doesn't have a king.
comes along. 3 to a flop.
3 players.
Ace Jack 3. A horrible board for everybody. Queens is still going to come out betting.
They go, he folded jacks to a queen.
150, everyone gets out of the way.
On this one.
Game's too easy.
Pretty good.
I think after the hands are folded, they let the straight go.
I've let it go a long time ago now.
Thank you guys.
I actually forgotten about it until you just brought it up again.
In fact, I folded queens just because of all of your good laydowns. It's like, surely, if Sean can do it, I can do it. Because I've never done it.
I don't know if I would have done that one though.
Okay, we can leave it alone now.
Still talking about all of the big laydowns that they've made. I don't want to see big laydowns.
Now I would
I want to see
definitely
people get
not let it go
decapitated.
there.
I
Queens
want
are
to see
good.
multiple rebuys.
Absolutely good.
Big stacks on the table. Jay called.
It's either jacks or
Brass
ace
Monkey
king.
raises it
I had
up.
him on jacks.
Jacks or
And I
ace
still
king.
folded.
Then that's
I
definitely
hit him
terrible.
on
fold.
ace king suited. I'm like, surely.
I mean, how can you have somebody on jacks? You have queens and then you
he's
fold.
happy.
He really wants to play 7-4 offsuit. Oh, he's
He's
yes.
like,
he had better
you
than
have
that.
jacks. I
Mimics
fold.
the fold
I think he had better
and
than that.
finds the call.
Think so?
Let's see what kind of tells he's given off. Queen on the
Counting down the
flop.
minutes till I can see it.
I think Jay's going to regret defending 7 high here.
I walk in the corner, check my phone, and my friend texts, and he goes, "Yeah, they can't fold the queen
Brass
here. What
Monkey down bets and picks it up. Well played.
I think he had.
Brass Monkey definitely incorporating down bets into his game. Interesting to see that
That's
technique is definitely developing since the last time, at least I played against him.
I think jacks or ace king.
I mean, it's not a showable hand
Tens.
anyway.
Tens, jacks, ace king.
Well, he had 10.
You had tens, okay, so jacks or ace king. I'm back to jacks or ace
So
king.
what I'm saying is the
Yeah, 'cause you
possibility
think-
to have a 7.
I don't think
Guys. We can't be condoning everyone making big folds. This is not the stuff of legends,
10 times?
right? The saying is not no gamble, all of your future. It's no gamble, no future.
Can I get jacks?
75 from Harris.
Oh, you saying
Rock
if we had
is not
jacks?
going on anywhere
Like,
with an
where the
offsuit
button
ace.
is.
Jacks. Please
That was
let
the
me
button.
jacks.
You
So
were
he just puts in full
100% you
tilt.
were good. 100%.
I wish he
Ace
could
7-5 on the
1000%
flop.
No,
Eric
if
is
you-
doing
you
If
need
you
to
were the
sit-
button,
you
he was
need
the
to
cutoff.
tell him it's jacks.
He's never limping aces
He's
against
going to be
there,
so
ever.
upset. J Rock's
Art
going to
with
full
a
tilt.
down bet.
It's
Eric's
possible.
really looking
It's
for
totally
a
possible.
heart.
Yeah, but the button was
Jack
zero.
Rock.
No.
If I tell him what I had, he won't be unhappy.
Pretty bad
That's
turn.
what
Gonna
I
go
said.
check.
Yeah, let him stay.
Yeah,
Just
the
want to
button.
stay for a little
So
bit.
he was cut off.
I open, he calls, he squeezes. I call the squeeze.
Yeah, I
J-Rock
get that
checks
after
the
that.
river.
If button was zero, queens are good.
I think Eric should go very large here.
I
500?
don't think he flat with it.
He's the best player on the table.
He drew the
He's
7,000.
making fun of me right now.
325.
You
Not very
only
standard
flat
size.
with
me right now.
Wow! J-Rock instantly full tops pair.
See, when I said that nobody laughed. except
Instantly.
for Smile. So you can believe it.
Can't believe it.
I said nobody laughed when I said that. So I'm not taking
played with him before.
because nobody like really came into it like in the.
What is going on here, guys? People folding three
I
flops,
would have a better idea if I saw the
You
action.
had a good fold. I'm calling about the queens.
folding top pair to a small bet on the river.
King high.
Send me home.
Oh, yeah, that's true. That's true.
He
Oh,
was in a
thank you.
great game.
Let's start it again. See somebody go 3 in a row. 3-peat.
He won the 7,900 Jack.
Not bad.
When I was listening to her hand, J-Rock, they go, how is the money going all in now?
And he shot me wrong on some This is the issue.
I was, but then
It's like so gratifying.
Bizarro
But
world.
now you're like 4
Bizarro
for 5 or
where
something.
J-Rock not
I'm playing two
like
for
5 to 1, I think.
Small pot.
After this to 2-5 over here, so I'm getting better.
Where
I'm
10-2
telling
is
you,
gonna win this
it's-
pot.
It's helping me. It's helping me so much.
Okay,
no idea.
turn is a 5. Maybe
You know
this will
how
slow
hard
down.
it is to
Grass
have
Monkey.
Almost
River
8
Ace.
semi-pros on the table in a 2-5 game.
Jay gonna turn his hand to a bluff. Jay's gonna turn his hand to a bluff. Goes 300. I love this. I love not trying to
Game I
disrespect your
played
face that
except
aggression.
yesterday.
No
Okay,
place
yesterday
there.
was good.
Pros we have here. There's.
If Jay wants to get super fancy, he can go for a river check.
Thank you.
8, 9.
Really dirty.
After the folds I made, today, I think I'm a pro. I can till 10 o'clock at least.
Yeah. I guess like pro means you just don't have a job, right?
So if I'm unemployed, I can call
Yeah, exactly. If you're unemployed and you're here playing.
I
you're
work
pro.
for this guy. He's really, really
September,
nice.
then I'm at university.
Yeah, okay.
Everything's
Right now
super
you're pro.
important
That's all the
as you
choose, like,
review
all
your
the friends,
hands,
like, college students, right?
as you play a lot of poker, is to actually completely ignore the results and instead focus on the process. Right, so you almost never want to be thinking, am I winning or losing? You just want to be thinking, am I making really, really good decisions with cards face down? And sometimes with cards face down, you should be making the incorrect decision. You should be making some calls and losing. You should be making some bluffs and losing. You should be value betting sometimes and getting called by better. Right? All part of the game.
Who raised?
They play
Jack 7-3. J-Rock stays ahead. Should be super happy to see that it checks around. Turn is the super innocuous blank. Eric Perdomo asks, yo, how does one get on stream? The person to contact is Mallory from Dallas TCH. She will be able to put your name on the list. I believe that
No, he
possibly can reach her either
no,
through
he'd be happy.
Instagram
Yeah, that is me.
or
I know.
When I said queens were good, in the end he said,
her YouTube.
I'm the best player here. And,
If you are in TCH, Mallory is the lovely woman with the purple hair, who's always smiling. She'll be very, very happy to put you on the list.
So I was right in a way. Is that what you mean?
No, I think that he was saying that he would do it with other stuff, but that time he had it. I think that's where I'm leaning. It's like, oh, how did
Straddle?
2 said. I'll take better than Jack.
J-Rack confirms the straddle. He's 4.5 times the blind.
Yeah, I figured nobody wanted
How,
to.
Just
how
gonna
does he
slow
so This
play.
is what I don't understand. You open in the
Sam looks down at
late position.
King Jack.
He flats.
Calls. I don't know.
How?
I'm thinking kings. I'm thinking kings.
Like he's gonna
No way,
continue.
bro.
Just
It
trying
hasn't
to
been a
trap.
shit ton of 3-betting though. You know what I mean?
Like, how do you flat there?
I'm like gonna go all in with
You
ace.
do
I
$100
would have thought of you
on.
raise.
I don't think he
King, king,
I
king.
don't think he ever has. I think he's just like ace, king, and jack. So I think it's like.
Probably can't come
That's
3
exactly
kings
what
when
I said.
2 are
I think you're right. I think that's what it is.
gone.
There's no other hand
Sam-
that makes sense.
Sam flops
Or
the better hand,
And just pull it
just by
off.
J-Rock flopping.
I don't think he's committing
Like
a stack. on
J-Rock having ace king here.
Ace queen
J-Rock
suited,
can
maybe?
you go ahead and
Four.
I get ace, king, jack. I get ace, king, any other.
I get it.
head here as a bluff.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Let me
And
in,
Sam
let me in,
just
guys.
gives up his very high equity
I'm the
hand.
one who called Jackson. What are you giving? What's the bet?
You can have ace, king, and jacks. I have every other hand.
And what's the odds?
For $100.
There's no odds.
Even
up.
money?
Even money.
What the fuck's wrong with you? No.
Alright, so we're good.
Okay, then give it to him. For even money? Hell no.
Well, it's not.
Specific hand?
It's not. Well, it's not going to be much more. I mean, much less than that, I would think.
Yeah, but the whole deck against 2 hands? No.
Well, I mean, he went all in though.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, it narrows it a little.
It's not all in for, 80 big blinds. It's all in for a lot more.
Yeah.
125.
125. All right, why is it in?
Yeah, what time?
J-Rock goes 25 with ace king, 125 with
A question
king
for you.
2.
It's been 15 minutes. What
Keeping
did
it
he have
standard
for
with this
jam?
4x, 5x raises. With the best of hands and the worst of hands.
We
And no actions on him, or he's thinking about going nutso with Jack 2.
Watching
I'll tell you, I
It's so great if he goes like, oh yeah.
Did you really?
Getting that massage delay of game.
Yeah,
He said he had aces. He just said it. He said not.
I'm surprised.
Queen 7-5, 3 spades. Jay has the jack of spades. J-Rock has heart and soul.
He's still making sure so you'll have like 100%.
Oh, J-Rock turns 2 pair. Jay with the check, and J-Rock immediately reaching for the chips.
No, I don't think he's lying. Makes sense.
Says 350. 7-2.
Ace, king.
Again, showing the hand.
No, you
Doesn't
get
even,
aces.
doesn't even have the nip button. Just wants you to
I get you.
feel better about yourself.
Of course you're getting scammed.
He's just an honest guy. He's just a nice guy.
It's like that first. I opened my phone and it's just like aces. Fuck. I was like, well, another $100.
Thank God I didn't take that
You can
bet.
definitely count 3 guys to be the pro. 1, 2, and 3. I don't know about the rest.
Yes, they are playing the nip
Close
game. I
to a
think
pro,
we
right?
played
I
a
wanted to
couple
show you.
rounds of it.
You are now.
Hopefully we can get another. We might be able to get another round of it in before the end of the stream.
Yeah.
Playing with the whopping $100
Fucking best.
penalty. A couple people I think have reminded other
I
people
folded
that they
a
should have turned over their button,
straight
and so they get that button. So they get two. They get 2
$400 on the
buttons.
river.
Aces, tens, and queens right in a row.
Dude, I really thought about calling for a second too. I had to like.
I've been so miserable.
Oh my
I was like,
Who won the
I
last
was like,
one?
flip for it, just get me on
You know,
stuff.
I almost said, I don't got aces, right? You can go and call. I was gonna say that. You'd be pissed,
Honestly, I would be mad. I'd respect it. I'd respect it. If that was like
Getting
exactly
trapped,
what you said,
for
like in
sure,
that
for
tone,
sure.
I'd respect it. I'd be like, this motherfucker got my ass.
Brass Monkey checks back. OFC decides
I'd rather be fine.
take a big boy stab at it with pocket 2s. Brass Monkey not going anywhere. See if OFC can shut it down.
What's bad is I was pretty sure I was behind his 3-bet. Like whenever he 3-bet, I was like,
Brass Monkey turns over the ace, seeming
stack him. Like,
very confident he has the best hand.
Thank you.
J-Rock leading the field 5K. Brass Monkey at 2.6.
$1,200. No variance.
No.
Easy. Take it
Close
down.
to 1,000 or less. Only done so far is the big loser, still on the receiving end of a giant cooler from J-Rock.
He goes 1,200. He calls.
He's calling, you're
I
calling.
One
It's like
person
nothing
called,
more.
In this whole mess,
even
we
they catch
forgot
up, I'm okay
to
with
say
that
good
because
fold,
they're
JR.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
He did. It was a very good
That
fold.
was a very good fold. It's almost as good as mine. Maybe not.
Oh, wait, I need those red ones. There you go.
As results oriented as mine.
it kind of sucks that now OFCs might start giving me respect, and that's not good. I don't want no respect from you, man.
You see all these people folding all of these hands. Your
hands.
solemn duty in life is
Hard
to
call.
open the cannon.
I don't like to be respected at home. I don't like to be respected here.
Sam calls 75. Harris wakes up
If I
with
need
a
to get
squeezing
respect,
hand. I imagine he's going to make this 400,
It's upside down for me.
and he does.
845.
My generation can't read clocks.
Have you ever had a old school clock? Watch?
Yeah, I have one. Yeah.
No, I mean there's plenty of people just digital.
Sam has a hand that definitely can think about making a move.
It's not like fancy, but like.
Would definitely love to see him think about making it 1,000 here. Jay still has a quite defendable hand.
Good fold.
Pretty sure all my watches don't work.
No, really.
It's literally the first time I've ever
Now,
folded
if
queens
it's
pre-flop.
functioning, it's a different question entirely. It's completely
This one wants to flop here.
You line this one up.
it's hard to
That's
say if it was
eighth of a man.
Queens has been lucky for
This
it.
was the first
This
one
one's fold.
that went to the moon.
Again, if you think your opponents are folding queens pre-flop, it is squeezing time.
Let her roll. But it's fine. See, look, you can see all the.
Oh, the space is full again. Nice.
This is like 70.
Harris up nearly 1,000 despite only winning 255
Is there a
over
tournament?
the table.
I think you said 750.
Beneficiary of the mid
I love my
game.
dad.
So everybody's leaving.
He's 7,500.
Everybody's leaving where?
So why is everybody here?
What is it? Is that Rolex or Omega?
Omega.
Damn.
See? Man knows his watches.
Everybody was here for the 7910.
God, just to mess with the announcers next time, I'm going to register as one of these games as Big Blind. Big Blind limps
2200
the button. Big Blind checks. Big Blind raises.
Will that get you unstuck if you go in that?
Colin raises it up with a suited king.
How much is it?
Oh, yeah, what?
Jay comes along. Brass Monkey finds a call. Dunn finds a call. So many diamonds out. 3 diamonds on the board. Let's get all the blood. 2, 3, 4 diamonds. No. Ace King high.
Do you remember the
Dunn
guy,
takes the lead. Checks
Dwayne
on
that
the
played
flop.
with
Turn is a
us?
queen.
I was
Everyone
on
still has a
commentary
piece of this.
and got shit drunk while doing the commentary.
Is this a
After
while
that,
back?
Like maybe a month or two months.
It's like 2 months. I was watching it.
The
I
commentary when
watched
we were
the.
drinking.
Yeah, yeah.
When Dwayne
Colin
wasn't there, he
calls
was playing, I think.
with the gut shot
then
and a
Dunn
pair.
played a tournament, $100 tournament,
Lance on the river. Let's see if Dunn goes for
and he puts a
thin
bounty on
value
it.
here.
Oh, that's funny.
And then the whole tournament, it's me and him in the end, 1 and 2. So he gets his 200 back, obviously, because if he busts me, then
Yeah.
he's the winner. So he gets his bounty back, and I give him such a bad beat to win the whole thing.
How many people?
27,
That's fun.
30 people.
But the $200, I bet that helped you. Because
Dunn
then you knew
goes
everybody was
What
going
was
to
the
have
fight?
People
here.
were trying to.
Yeah.
I won
Colin
my first prize,
instantaneously
like, 2K, I
folds.
think.
But you know, when you have a king and a
It was
jack,
just a fun
long
day.
like that's one of the best hands to probably turn into a bluff, mostly because your pair does not have enough value to call, as we can see from Old Bear. But you also block a bunch of different nutted hands. Your opponent can't have too many
No,
two-pair
it's
combos
easy,
there,
right?
and you're more likely to have them.
Still trying.
I'd love to see at least a pause to think about raising there.
I think
Turning your
September
hand into a
is
bluff
when they
there
would know.
is quite nasty. Probably will succeed against a single pair hand very often, especially in a game where you see people making lots of big folds. Right? But the first adjustment you need to make if everyone is just bragging about how big their folds are is to begin emptying the clip. Colin raises it to 150. Let's see if OFD re-raises or just calls. Call. Sam's gonna follow along with a suited ace. Heron looks down at
I like how everyone's committed to making
a
sure.
real student man. I wonder if he's gonna call or if he's gonna go for a re-raise here.
Yeah, we can sew it on like a Moneymaker's patch.
Looks like re-raising chips.
If you got played all night long and didn't win one hand, that'd be great.
The only hand he won was against me.
I know.
Makes it 650. Is that 456? Maybe a little bit on the low end. Would probably like to see this be 700, but still, with so many players left to act, this is still going to pressure Colin a lot here. Colin makes the call, probably anticipating that a bunch of other players are going to call, but this is definitely pretty dicey. Going heads up to the flop. King Jack versus fives. King Jack 5. Flop. No such luck with the blood. 2, 9, 10. Definitely a board that's gonna hit Colin pretty hard. Harris can definitely have 9s and 10s here occasionally. Probably less likely to have 2s. Should still have all the overpair advantage, so gonna expect to see a bet coming out of him.
Brian, you traveling any this summer?
Yeah. I'm doing the lake this weekend. And then
Which one?
Possum Kingdom. Love it.
Part of the problem about defending pocket 5s here, when you don't hit there, you are prone to getting bluffed, especially if your opponents can show up with hands besides aces, kings, queens here. They can show up with king, queen, ace, jack, and are able to find multiple barrels. It becomes very, very difficult to call those kind of hands out of position.
Cozier.
Thank you. And some peanuts and a room temperature water.
Are you going to play any of the WSOP, Brian?
Thank you.
I just don't want. I've already got these other trips booked, and so everything I wanted to play. I thought about getting the 50,000.
That would be fun.
Yeah, because the 50,000, it's 100 people. You already made,
They're all
top
pros,
100.
so it's super pro heavy.
Well, everything if you get that high is super pro heavy.
Yeah.
Maybe I get on a nice
Are you
little
going,
sun
Sean?
run and go for it.
I'm going next week.
Yep.
Thinking about playing
Not
my
this
major.
year.
really
I'm
good
busy with
hands.
work.
It's 100 people.
I might do the river.
I love this logic.
Yeah, I saw that
Yeah,
for
we're not-
Dallas.
If you enter the 50K tournament, and there are only 100 people, you get to say you came in the top 100 in a 50K.
I'm only paying 11 though.
17th or something. I mean, it's
Way to pad the
just a fun
resume.
tournament.
Yeah, but did you notice that he hadn't played like since college? Yeah. I was reading it and I was like, who? Guy from Dallas that bought in
600.
to the 250K. Hasn't really played much since college.
I'm just buying the 250K.
That's Dallas money.
Talking about how a recreational player convinced his family for Father's Day to go out to Vegas.
Sevens.
And this guy didn't want to play the main event because that's like a 7 to 9 day tournament. So he's like, yo, I'm just going to play the 250K event because that's like a 1 or 2 day thing. At the end of day 1, despite the field being almost entirely super pros, this guy was the day 1 chip leader.
It was 50K.
Sadly, he fell 19th place and only top 11 got paid.
That'd be like
But, the fairy tale story was fantastic up to there.
Wimbledon's.
Three, really.
Y'all are talking in units of things I don't know.
Watches.
Units of watches.
I see.
Yeah,
Makes
we're
sense.
talking watches. I finally got mine in though.
Yeah. So didn't you get 2?
Well, one came in.
Yeah, I thought you got a different watch also.
One came in, and then the other one was from my dad.
Okay.
The two-tone rose gold. That already.
That money talk.
Oh, thank you.
How many of you watched this
You
game?
must really love your dad.
Oh, absolutely. He's my life.
OFC just calls with Ace King, always mixing it up here. J flops 2 diamonds. OFC hits an overcard with a diamond.
Did you hear what I said about play your watch?
Yeah, I'm gonna get it for my dad, but 750 was okay, but 7,500.
He's
Yeah.
And he's like,
Down bet. Imagine
That
OFC
watch is like
always going to call here.
maybe.
one day.
Depends which. I didn't know what kind he got him. Two-tone something.
7 of diamonds. Jay gets there, but OFC improves to outs. Despite having the king of diamonds, he's only a 10% chance to win because Jay is blocking all of his diamonds, but he just lets him try to get there. The old, when I have the best hand, I should check line, but he's gonna get a bluff out of OFC. Oh, nope, lies. Absolute lies. Well, at least Jay's gonna be able to go for a value bet here. 400. What does OFC's radar say this time? Just called pre-flop. Called the flop, turn, check, check. Just fine to fold. Jay with the theatrical toss in.
I just got back from Hawaii.
Which island?
Maui.
you have anything?
And then
I was
Vegas
trapping you
next week.
Oh, really?
And we're going to San Diego.
What are you playing in?
Big
Huh?
What are you gonna play in?
I think the main. I haven't done it yet.
Yeah, you gotta go play Maine.
Have you done it?
Yeah,
I haven't done
So
it.
you turned the straight, the flush?
It's just such a grind.
Nuts?
I hate sitting.
I had a king of diamond.
I finished 2 years ago. I finished 68.
Kings with the king
You
of
told me
diamond.
that. It's still surprising. It's like such a run.
It was a good run. What's funny is I wasn't at
He's
risk
king, he's king.
until like day
I'm never
6.
folding $400 to you again.
I wasn't at risk until like day
If
6.
I have a hand.
Like I was never
After the
Like,
tournament,
all in and at risk. Yeah, I put a lot of other people
whether
in
you call
a
it
bad
cold,
spot.
it'll be good.
But I knocked out. God, I can't even that guy's name now.
That was 2
First
years
day,
ago?
yeah. The first day, like 3 hours in, I knocked out one of the favorites. I got him. I led him along pretty well. Flopped him. I turned a full house, and he rivered a flush, and he went with it. Anyway, that was a lot of fun. First day,
J-Rock, you're betting out his pair.
I can look it up because it's
Jay has
poker news.
two of diamonds
but,
since come along.
Those are so funny.
Yeah, some random dude knocks him out.
He's gonna now slow J-Rock down.
Yeah,
Or
first
Jay-
day I cashed for okay,
Let's
I
see if
got
Jay
back
goes
like
turns his hand into a
175,
bluff.
something like that.
He does not. Fourth comes even worse for
And then like the second day, I was like
J-Rock.
250,
Immediately
and, like, the
down
third
at
day,
his
I was
chip.
like
But Jay's just gonna take his showdown value
350. Oh yeah, that's the one thing is
with sixth pair.
the grind and just figuring out how those people play. Like a lot of people.
Love to see Jay
I mean,
way tight.
try to
just
misrepresent his
listen
hand
music
there.
the whole time. I mean,
As if he
Talking to
has
everybody.
kind of straight.
but a lot of people don't like to talk, right?
I still talk to them.
Grinding them down,
I
Barry.
talk and I talk and I talk. And then yeah, I'll put a good podcast on, but that's too distracting for me. For that, I got to think a little more. Anyway.
I like listening to audiobooks, like books I've already read.
Yeah.
So it's like I can like
See, it's,
zone in and out, you know, because like, I already know what's gonna happen.
yeah.
Podcasts
But
and
it's like a
audiobooks.
very long cash game because the blinds are so slow. So if you play cash, well, I think that's your best.
It's a good format.
Because you're not. You're,
So
your
here's a
odds
question. I don't know if you
your
guys have
blinds aren't
noticed.
changing quick. You got
Under
2
each
hours,
player,
blinds aren't
when it's
changing.
their action,
100,
there's a little
200,
green light, right? So
200,
OXC just
400.
folded,
It's not- you got 60
and now the
hours
green light
to-
is on Sam. Who's controlling that green light? Is it a
All in
computer?
the
Is there a little gnome under the table? Is the dealer like
You may know
has a
this guy.
foot pedal?
I'm a big blind.
This is just
Got a
ma-
blind.
this is
Got a
magic to me.
comfortable band.
Also, how many of you guys even noticed that green light?
I didn't know that. Anyway, I got ace queen the big blind. He raises.
10-10-2.
it
Sam's
folds all
gonna
over to him. He raises
some
me.
betting chips. That's 175.
I re-raise. He 4-bets.
Love this sizing,
I
which
call. And the flop was
really puts a lot of
Queen, eight,
onus on your opponent to have a hand.
He bets.
Colin decides to peel out of position.
I re-raise full pot. He calls.
Turn is a 7. I imagine this is gonna go check.
He leads for full
Let's
pot.
see if Colin bets the river or gets there.
And I re-raise him. I can't remember if I went all in or if I went like whatever I did. I raised him again. He
Colin
folded.
decides to
He
take his
tanked
value.
it, but I had
And
top
Sam?
2.
To take down the
Figure out
pot.
what he had.
He says he's king, right? So.
Yeah. And he finally folded. He was crazy. I saw him. I mean, he was crazy. He got down to 5,000 chips and cashed 125.
Not bad.
He was great. Some of the plays he made were just
OFC having a roller coaster
longest tank. I
of
saw
a
20
session.
minute tank that day.
Up and down, and now down exactly $5. Sitting on a full 5K stack.
High stake.
There and back again, as one would say.
Who was it, do you know?
Younger dude, long curly hair. Everybody knew him. Like the camera was over there.
At your table?
Yeah. It was like, oh my
Dead
God.
straddle.
20 minutes, man.
So
Dead straddle, and Harris has Queen Jack off suit.
I get until like.
Raises to
one time,
75.
Like, is someone gonna call a card? I like,
SB just flats with
give him 5 minutes.
pocket 10s. We saw him flat with pocket aces earlier,
there's a lot
so
of fun in the tank.
Harris is definitely going to have to give him some respect.
I can't do that. See, I don't know. I can't do it. 5 minutes.
Straddle was fun, but somehow we
People
still
got
see
aggravated and started
Stewart
calling
with flop.
all the time, but, the other one, that bubble was fun.
Queen
Like the
10
bubbles.
4 SB flops.
You're exhausted.
A set. Harris hits top pair, starts with a check.
single hand.
Should have hand for
SB
hand now.
pots it.
Yeah, it was hand for hand. Yeah.
They're still tanking?
Yeah, there's no reason.
Definitely a disgusting spot.
It was aggravating. But then
Have to start with a
aces
call,
versus
but
ace nine was
if
the
a
one
ton of
that
money goes in
went
on
out
future
when we
streets.
were at the bubble. And ace nine was.
Oh no! River of the turn brings in trips for Harris. SB with the boat, but if SB was ahead
It's only $5,000.
on the
You get
flop,
15
nothing has
cash
changed
and
here.
10.
It's like a fake bubble. Now it's like
fake bubble.
whoever
Second
doesn't
one.
hard bubble is like the real bubble. You get a free
What do
roll
they give?
next year.
What do they give Bubble?
Bubble gets another buyout next year.
SB bets
bubble is not
3/4
just a
after
bubble.
putting
The
pot.
before that, yeah.
Gonna be pretty hard for Harris to find a fold here, even though after 4 ways on the flop, there should not be
I will say it was
an extraordinary amount of bluffs.
Some of the plays, because I'm not a tournament pro, those guys were like,
Harris gonna make the call, hopes for a 4 or a queen.
if you had
Really does not want a 10.
and you called, that chip leader was jamming.
Or queen jack.
Every
River is a 3. The diamond's brick. Harris starts with the check. How greedy is
What
SB
did you
gonna
catch?
go?
At 68.
$100,000.
Does SB go all in here?
It's not bad. It's a lot. So if I'd
I mean,
played
it's
a
100
cash
grand
game
for
for that long and
for
played that
7
well, I'd have
days.
wanted a lot more money.
Yeah.
And for 10K for 100, not bad.
Yeah, but
7
your
days.
risk ratio is super low too, and a tournament, so that's
Yeah,
what
yeah.
matters.
I was exhausted. I mean, that was because you get there at 11. It starts at 11. It was over at
SB bets
11 to
half
1
pot on the river.
You get an hour break.
6 straight days.
You know, when you're this polar,
Hour
when
dinner.
you're targeting
I think I got
trips,
6.5 days is what I
would
got.
love to just see an all-in bet. Although this sizing does kind of, you know,
Sounds like prison.
your opponent
You don't
in
want
the
your wire.
in the
Like, you're
worst spot.
thinking, your mind
Yeah,
wants
yeah.
to stop over the hands you
There
play.
are not
and
that
you're
many
like,
hands
oh,
that Harris
shit,
beats
man.
here.
Oh,
I
wonder
think
what he
he's
had.
realizing that
You know.
with this call,
So
with this
I'm taking a
pace.
sleeping pill to go to sleep.
I think he's also realizing that very often when he gets suspicious and makes a call that what seems pretty standard online, he has been getting
I can get a few hours of work in
dunked on.
because I didn't plan on being there that long.
Let's see if he can put that entire story together. Also realizing that SB is flatting
I
some
was
really
like,
strong
I
hand free.
thought I was just gonna go have fun and blow Sean's money I'd won. So
This will be a fun life experience. So, yeah.
yeah, well, that's fun. I love the story, but
So it's worth it to do it.
definitely do it
This is the look of a tortured man.
because you never know.
You're either out quick or it's
Well, I do. No, I know.
Potted
I
the
mean, these
flop.
things- there are some things I know.
2/3 on the
like,
turn,
but still,
half on the
I wouldn't
river.
buy- I mean,
Usually you
obviously,
see
like,
when people make polar sizings on earlier
9,000
streets that they've
people, right?
repolarized, or they continue to polarize
Probably
on
somebody better
the next few
tournament
streets.
poker
So
than
this is
The guy knew
definitely
almost
confusing
everybody in
Harris.
the last 3
He's
tables.
probably used to something more like 300, 900 all in. Such a
I
nut
got a
hand.
real good hand with Chance Cornish.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
He also doesn't have a
He
diamond.
was angling at this time kind of bad.
He does have a jack, which is
And
somewhat mediocre,
ace queen in the small
both in terms of
blinds,
against
had
the
like
kicker and the fact that it
15 blinds
blocks a bunch of potential bluffs.
somebody limped. I
Like if
jammed.
Jack 9 empty
He
the
called
clip
it ace
here,
queen, so
King
we-
Jack empty the clip
I got
here.
ace queen off, and I flopped 3 flush, so three to my spade. Whole table starts cheering for me because nobody likes Chance. It wasn't me; it was against him. And then I hit the 4 flush on the river.
Everyone's going
Oh,
Oh, they
the
went
pain.
nuts, and it was on the stream.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Who's the guy who has who played the last big tournament? Who had his I think it's
Oh, what a
his hand,
nasty,
he was on
nasty
hand,
fold.
And he played really deep.
Well played.
In that tournament.
Man, I don't
You know
know.
what I'm talking about? I think he's
General
the guy
rule is if your opponents aren't bluffing
that made
enough,
a monster fold.
you actually don't have difficult decisions.
I know where you'll be in 15 minutes.
You know, with Harris there, facing that large bet, he only has a bluff catcher. And so what he should be doing is looking at
So
all
when
of
he
the
went to
bluff
Houston,
catchers
he
that
was
are like
playing,
pure
and I
calls,
recognized him from
obviously
that
calling
big
with those,
tournament.
identifying all the bluff catchers that are pure fold.
And
And
he was on the
everything
final table, I think.
is that everything in between now
Super big
is kind of a randomization, right? So when you have like
And
you know,
he was playing
a
Omaha.
queen with an ace, I mean that actually probably calls because you beat value. But if you have a
This
queen
last
with
time
like a
when you went to
4 or
Houston,
a queen with a 7, that's actually much better than a queen with like, jack.
That's amazing.
Having a queen with a jack actually is a lower kicker. You actually want to be calling for a lower kicker because you can unblock your opponent's
So he
bluff
still
a
got
little bit
to win a
more.
hand and then give
And having
it.
exactly the jack there is really, really gross.
All low cards.
We'll do it.
I'm glad that he took the time to identify
We'll do it in a few. Just gotta go back.
his blockers. And 5 full. Dunn flops top pair, top kicker here. Gonna bet out into
Yeah, he
Brass
does.
Monkey.
It's one of the rules.
Instantly folds.
Cards. Those aren't the right ones.
Miss Apper thought he knows he's beat, he just can't fold.
I think that straight you hit against me in the very first hand.
Harris is one of the toughest online players in North America.
Race knocked out.
Right, you gotta add that in there.
Yeah, kings.
Taking his game to the live streets.
You folded a queen?
Hey, Sean, did you read your book?
I don't know.
You folded trip?
Oh, wow.
That's a dead hand, actually.
Good folder now.
I don't know.
Somebody click on one of your cards.
No comment.
J-Rock coming in hot.
125. It's 125.
Big 100. Sam on the buttons fixed is absolutely never going anywhere.
It would be fun if
And Brass Monkey joins along. 274 Rainbow.
Give me in trouble.
J-Rock starts with the bet. Oh no, it looks like everyone checked through. Looks like the action is going too fast for readers, but sixes are going to take it down. Wait, is it going to turn sixes into a bluff here? Nope, just checks and takes it down.
That's the winner.
Good job, Sam.
There's a winner.
The nuts, you say.
I did not.
Doesn't even look like he showed his hand. Everyone just folded to him.
Thank you.
You went off. You can make banned.
Yeah, exactly. At least I showed you to ask you.
Done. 65 aggression frequency. SB 57. Harris 52.
This may be
Definitely an aggressive game. Brass Monkey, Colin, and Jay.
This might be the one you win.
A little bit on the passive end, but you know when your opponents are really aggressive, playing a passive strategy can be really, really beneficial.
Did my pocket eight
J-Rock starts with
Keep forgetting about that.
a
'cause
limp.
Nobody wins with anything.
Jay calls, Brass Monkey calls. And Doug going to raise without J-Rock, not going anywhere. I imagine this is the end of Jay's road. But not Brass Monkeys.
Can't believe me. Daniel and I heads up.
Queen, queen, 3 for blood. There's a 3. There's the jack. Almost got blood.
Players and put a 3 on top.
Dunn gonna bet out with spades. This actually might get spicy.
Call.
J-Rock calls. Incoming squeeze from Brass Monkey. Wait. Brass Monkey just calls with 3s. Let's Dunn get there. Let's Dunn improve to the straight flush draw. He's gonna bet out here. Thinking about lights above the mirage. He's gonna bet a nice fat boy. Sizing. $700 into 900. That's gonna end the road for J-Rock. Now Brass Monkey in a really awkward position. Probably gonna be forced to call here and try to pair up. The river is the 8. Dunn's still way ahead here. Now thinking about exactly how much money he can extract. You know, unfortunately, Dunn's Queen High Flush also has the 10, so he does block a lot of the second best non-flush hands. Still expect him to go for a nice, healthy sizing here. Reaching for a 1, reaching for some blacks. $2,000 even. Gets super snap called. Gonna see a flush.
Ooh.
Oh, Well played, Dunn.
Yeah.
Surprise Brass Monkey just flatted on the flop with second set.
I can't fold that.
Definitely could have seen a lot more money go in.
Trying to get you back healthy.
Thank you for your service.
You're welcome. I had a feeling.
J-Rock still on top of the mountain with 4.6. Sam and Colin rounding out the bottom with about 2.5 down a piece. Still got half an hour.
I needed to indulge a little bit of my inner.
J-Rock going to open it up with King Queen. Sam is going to have a dominating hand. I imagine he's going to
You ever fold the set down?
put in a 3. Nope, just going to flat.
It's close.
What do I ever know?
I thought about it.
Harris looks down on the button with 4-3, finds a fold, even though the more players that are in the pot, the more you want to play 5s, 4s, 3s, and 2s. It seems a little bit unintuitive, but you want to have the reverse implied odds type hands that can hit trip 3s, trip 2s, can hit straights on 6-4-2, 6-4-3, etc. So you'll just always have a lot of the unique nuts.
3 players.
All of that and a bag of potato chips.
Small bet on the flop. Sam snaps.
Yeah. That set might have been too low. I probably should have folded it if I look back.
Puts in a small bet.
You flop set.
Not really sure if it's for value or if it's as bluff there. Ace Jack definitely has enough showdown value to try to show down there if you think that you want to peel the flop.
Queen still beats me.
J-Rock, most aggressive player here, playing like 50-35 in terms of VPI-PFR.
Try it with one.
Really taking it to the streets and getting rewarded for it.
Try it. They never let me play with
Harris
one.
is down at
When you ever figure it out, your hand's dead.
10, 3, 4 dudes.
It's like so silly. Just a negative free roll. So? It's fun.
Yeah, imagine if I beat you.
SB calls with Ace Jack, J-Rock,
You're on the World Star.
Jace,
It's-
Jack 6, Jack on the flop will
It's like
be
beat you with one card.
craziness.
Right? Like, if someone beats you with one card,
You're off
especially
on
if
the
they
six.
bluff you.
Harris
That's
blocks
gonna happen.
backdoor, a gut shot, and an over. Looks like he's going to probably start with down bet multi-way.
You got a gutter outside out
You can't
there.
even like have
Should be able to flush out Ace Jack.
What I'm saying is, but then you don't know it's one card. Like
Nope,
that kind of
complete
looks like
lie.
one card to me right now. Okay, that's fair.
Both players call. Gonna have to come pretty strong for Harris, and he just smashes it. Hits the 4-liner with backup. J-Rock now adds a gut shot. I think this hand's probably gonna be over.
325.
Harris the nuts bets quite large. J-Rock with that Jack of Hearts. Thinking about dreams, his future. Makes the call. Hoping for opportunities that are not going to come. J-Rock checks. Now it's just a question of what sizing Harris is going to want to pick.
I wish that last card would have been another club.
I imagine he's going to go quite large
Could have folded then.
if there's a possibility his opponent has an 8
I
here.
was really greedy. I was really hoping for like the
Sometimes there's some weird pair.
That we should have
King
had
10,
the-
King 9.
I fold instant.
Love to see a large bet here. Exceedingly large. Love it. Double over bet the river. Targeting another straight. Just picks it up. Well played.
just gonna like hold on to it for all time's sake, or
Funny, man. Very funny.
slow hanging fruit.
Harris coming out here playing with some very technical precision. Always glad to see that.
Should we play again so everyone just forgets about it?
Y'all want to play again?
I don't know if we have enough time. It's getting close to the end.
Should be a free 50.
Let's do it this hand.
It's on the
Yeah, Queen Jack is on the board, but
Yeah, this hand.
you hold the Jack. After you bet on the 4 straight, it's less likely that your opponent has the Queen Jack. Also from the flop action. Oh yeah, Queen Jack comes in, but it is actually not that likely, again, when you hold the Jack as well. Jay just calls the 50 in the low Jack. Brass Monkey's going to call long. All my SB in the SB.
This one.
Can I raise it up?
That's what you
That kind
meant.
of blends in with
This is what I was trying to remember. Oh, it's card? I thought it was always a C something.
Yeah, I was like, this is cars. That's the closest.
I'll take the 0 too. Is it on me? Yeah. 250?
Now everyone who paid $50 to see possibilities, and have to think about it, OFC decide.
Good.
It's
You?
the old OFC. Gonna call. Everyone calls along. No respect.
I think it would have been way cheaper just to pay the fucking net.
4, 5, 6. SB with everyone hitting a little bit of this, it looks like. A gut shot for Brass Monkey, open ender for J, OFC with bottom pair. SB's gonna bet out here. Definitely kind of scary because if he bets out here and gets raised, King Queen is gonna be in an awkward position. You never want to fold because you have overs and diamonds, but if you put it all in, you're gonna just see sets, ace-6 of diamonds, ace-7 of diamonds, stuff like that. A big bet on the flop from SB. Jay's gonna start with a call. Big turn incoming. Ace of spades. Definitely gonna be a board where SB can continue to fire here. As a preflop raiser, especially blocking ace king, ace queen, if his opponents are going to be slow playing those 3. Obviously, the more your opponents 3-bet ace king and ace queen, the worse having those 2 hands are. And SB is just going to muscle his way through.
You got a show or what?
To get rid of the net.
7's often a hand that you still want to call with on the turn. Your opponents are going to bluff a lot on the ace. You're just going to have a lot of possible outs on the river.
Yeah.
When you have a hand like an open and a straight draw, you have like 8 to 10 possible outs. I mean, 8 to 10 possible outs, that's like 16 to 20%. Right, so if you're folding on the turn, might be folding a lot of equity there, especially if you have any implied odds. Sam's gonna raise it up to 75. It's not a party without a J-Rock party, but Colin wakes up with Big Slick. Big Slick with club. Sam has an amazing hand to defend here. Facing high cards, you really want to call low cards yourself. Pocket 3s, pocket 4s, pocket 5s, pocket 7s, low suited connectors, etc. Best hands to crack with. Imagine J-Rock's not folding ever with amazing implied odds.
I don't have a very good hand, but I don't want you to move in. I'm gonna see it.
And he makes the call.
Oh my god.
I can't let him win the first
King 7X with blood.
I appreciate your effort.
Thanks.
Swing and a miss. This is going to be a board that is going to give Colin mixed feelings. He definitely thinks that J-Rock's going to have hit a lot of these middling cards, but on the other hand, he has the disadvantage with pocket queens, ace queen probably in this spot. Colin go ahead and puts the down bet and takes it.
I had that beat.
Does that look better or worse on me now? I mean,
I had that beat.
SB taking the lead over J-Rock.
There's one hand in stream, 18 suited.
Harris, a small winner in the game,
It's liberating, isn't it?
showing some good
Liberating.
discipline. You can see that Dunn leading the pack with the raises at 20%. SB and J down at 5 and 7%. Patrick Carney in the house. Patrick, you could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with us. We appreciate that.
I check.
3 players.
9-5-2. Brass Monkey hits the best of it. Sam hits a 5. OFC hits the open ender. Always love these flops where everybody hits a little bit. Brass Monkey just pots it. On this rainbow board, OFC can definitely think about calling. He needs 33% equity to call. He's got, 16 to 20%. He doesn't really know how much he has. But he has implied outs. Sam goes along and calls with 5s with the backdoor hearts. Brass Monkey gonna take off a free card. River's a queen. Imagine this is gonna go check unless the OFC puts in the bluff. Great spot to bluff here. Yes. Yes, blood. OFC bets how much? I'd love to see a bet around like 400 here. 575? Yeah, gets the job done. Love it. Brass Monkey has an ace, which is slightly worse because a lot of OFC's possible bluffs are going to be ace 4 and ace 3.
There you go.
But Brass Monkey finds the call. Well played.
Yeah, you had to have nothing there for you to fall.
I've been calling there with like a different 9 might be slightly better simply because having your blocker block bluffs is really bad. But if there's a king and a queen on the board, I mean, you can't just only call with king 9 and queen 9. So I guess you could call it like jack 9 or something. Hey, maybe you have to call it ace 9 all the way.
I mean, he's what, 30? What are you, 29, 30? You lived this long? Yeah. Okay.
Am I commentating or am I just monologuing about GTO? We'll never know. Harris looks down at king jack off suit, strong enough to raise.
Flop top pair.
The best hand pre-flop.
Yeah, but flopping top pair was...
J-Rock's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
Which I was hoping you didn't flop.
OFC reluctant to fold 4-2. I think every time he folds any hand, it hurts him. OFC just wants to get in there.
4 players.
Gamble, gamble. Flop comes king 10-9. I imagine Harris is going to start with a check. Let J-Rock do some of the betting. J-Rock comes out with 200. Sam going to start with a call.
It's hard to bluff.
Jay going to start with a call. So many calls, this actually might get Harris to think about folding his hand. Because after there's a bet and so many calls, he should often be tightening up very significantly, but no one has raised.
Oh, that makes me mad.
Harris raises to turn his hand into a bluff, multi-way, or maybe he just thinks he has a read that he is way ahead of these guys.
Do you ever bluff 2 grand there?
Yeah. I have to have a very good bluff. Like ace jack off.
Pocket 10s.
I thought about that. Pretty good. Basically anything that like blocks the nut flush.
Now Sam's really thinking about it. Little does he know that he is actually completely destroyed here. But he does have a jack. So he might think that he has 9 outs, possibly.
Yeah,
nope,
no.
just cleans out the field.
The thing is, what is his bluffs? Because you bet almost full pot, so it's like...
Really powerful flop squeeze, perfectly identifying exactly where his opponent was. Harris takes it down with some great thin aggression.
But you might be bluffing me off.
Do you have the bottom this set?
Was it a 3? Was it a 3? Pocket 3s.
Straddle.
You know, when you don't give your opponents credit for the ability to check strong hands on the flop, you definitely get situations where one guy bets, a bunch of people call, and you have the best hand, you just get put in that raise and win so much dead money.
Must have been 7 deuce.
It was not good.
Hey.
I really thought about it.
Okay, if he did, I'd already didn't make need 2. I was going to 600. Swear to God, I already decided. Didn't matter which 2. I was hoping to have an ace, but it didn't matter. I was going to.
You can like it wasn't.
Let's be limps ace jack. Colin raises a little bit of a speculative hand in the cutoffs. Let's see if OFC picks up on this. Just calls. Jay definitely is going to come along.
That would have been a tough one too to go 600 with. I gotta go back.
What happens if SB just comes over the top there? So nasty. Gotta balance them aces. 5-4-2. OFC. It's a very robust hand with the opening a straight draw against Jay's pocket 9s. Checks through the flop. Turn it to 10. Colin just slides in there.
700.
Everyone checks again. OFC decides to take a shot. Colin, all about this very balanced defensive strategy. Definitely protecting his double checking range. The guts of OFC to bluff.
Whoa, that's one of my outs. What the fuck?
Oh, river is a 7. Bringing Colin 2 pair, but OFC
All in.
the straight. And he just rips it all in.
3,000.
2.8 into 2,000, so the smallest overbet. Instantaneous on the river. Let's see if Colin can sniff out this timing. OFC didn't even think about it. You'd think that if you had a bluff here, you might even think about it because your opponent might have a 6. Ah, what a blunder for Colin. Doesn't beat many hands here. One draw came in, one draw missed.
Sean is all in.
Colin already down 3K. I like how as he's sweating, the screen's just like, well, Colin's the big loser here. Hopefully this will not affect his actual decision. Oh, he makes the call. Gonna see the bad news. OFC takes down a monster pot, overbetting the river.
Yeah, that was a
I was
true.
hoping it
Well
worked.
played, Sean.
Nice hand, John.
Thank you.
There's always one in the book.
When you call that term, I'm like, okay, this bluff. All my bluffs didn't work today. Every fucking one of them. So sick.
river 2 pairs.
See, I feel better. He calls with 2 pair. At least I had a set.
1 second as we take a water break.
Please fold to me so I can raise you.
Every turn bluff, I've hit the river against you.
You hear that, Colin? You're running
I'm
good.
having fun.
That 8-10, that 8-10, that
10-8,
8-10 I bluffed, I hit the 7. This one I bluffed, I hit the 7.
Lucky 7.
But point being, all my bluffs got called.
Doesn't matter if you just get there.
Yeah.
Heads up. Check. Your fist.
Oh, you got 2 pair. That's
Yeah, actually 10-7. Top 2 pair.
10-7.
Yeah.
SB still at the top of the leaderboard with 3.6K. J-Rock close behind with 3.2. Harris with 1.7. And OFC, Jay, Dunn, Sam, and Colin all in red.
I don't even know he's playing.
It says you didn't have the net button. I didn't happen over here. That's why I didn't raise. I'm like,
Harris has been the most determined to go to showdown. Jay the least.
Very quiet down there.
You gotta catch cards. 3, 5, 6. That's the best I can do.
SB folds King 10. J-Rock definitely going to raise it up here. Looks like we got the knit game button back on. Folds around to Dunn in the single straddle. Looks like he's still going to call.
The 3 nits. All
right. J-Rock opened 6x free. Definitely wants to win that knit button, but it's going to be Dunn who just absolutely crushes this board. Looks like SB is going to be cashing out for the night.
You checking out?
Everyone checks over to Jay. Despite having such a strong combo draw, Dunn doesn't want to put on the heat, but he gets there on the river. Let's see if he can actually find a value bet here. Just checks. J-Rock now with the option. Trying to run some big bluff. He has nothing. He's the guy most incentivized to try to run this. And he reaches for the big chips.
25.
Looks like he's going relatively small here.
25? 25, 50 today? And there was only 5 of us.
500. That's 1/3 on the river.
That made the game.
Would love to see Jay or Dunn put in a raise here.
that's like pretty much gamble.
Right. Once you recognize that your hand's good on value is not fantastic.
70,000. Go.
Dunn just gonna make the call.
500.
And he takes it down.
So that's 20.
And so while calling there might win, you know, sometime, raising there might win even more. Especially when you block the 5, Dylan bets so small in the river. Just something to think about.
Your net button, sir.
Is that the last net button?
Two more.
Two more.
Definitely something we haven't seen very much in tonight's stream, watching players turn their hands into the up.
I've never lost. So
As many hands as
Definitely
you
a
play.
key feature
Never say that
of, you know, higher stakes aggressive play.
I just say 50. I'm free rolling 50 here.
Tonight's actually been the exact opposite. Tonight's been a workshop in finding
What's
big
like
folds.
funny is you could have just literally folded every hand and
Made
made
50 bucks.
You're like, yeah, I'm like, oh, okay.
And there's only 15 minutes to go.
Colin raising it up
Gonna beat that rush
75.
Is anybody else gonna stay a little bit?
I will
I'll
say.
let the Nets battle.
Let's see.
I know they're going to defend.
Colin, are you gonna stay and play?
Folds around to Harris on the button with pocket 9s.
Crushing the game,
I
might as
got
well.
work in the morning.
This hand definitely plays two ways. He can both call and re-raise. Decides to just flat on the button here.
God, he's not thinking you're funny.
And J-Rock calls with 5-3 because J-Rock is here to play. 10-7-4. Checks to Harris. Definitely going to be a mix here with pocket 9s. Probably should be betting about, you know, half the time with your entire range when everyone checks to you on the button. J-Rock
I don't think you can
with
full round, though. It's only 10.
with the straight, it's just gonna bet out here.
I think it's a great idea, personally.
That's pretty large.
That's
off on
That's
a
why
line
I
of
don't like it,
Harris.
because I know I'm going
One
to get into it.
I straddle, he straddles.
bet out of him.
That's actually true.
River's a 6.
I've been straddling 50% of the
Wow,
time.
J-Rock checks the river, gets that chick
The
back.
other ones I forgot. I missed.
Gonna show the straight.
If I called,
Still undefeated, eh?
Still would have.
Still.
Harris
guy.
doesn't even think for a second about going for a thin value bet after J-Rock goes for the larger sizing on the turn.
They did. It's just not as big a gift as you thought.
No thin value bets. No set no bet. Oh, hey, Ragnar, I'm Alvin Lau, aka Alvin Teaches Poker on
Alright,
YouTube.
I'm straddling.
Sometimes I play,
We're doing
sometimes
a
I
round of
comment.
straddles, I guess. Let's do a
Often
round of
coach a
straddles
bunch of
even if the
these
stream is up.
nice
So
big
we
guys.
finish the whole round.
Yeah, let's
Started with
finish.
you.
I know what's on
Ends
their brain.
Ends on him.
Sam, are you gonna keep playing, or are you done after this?
Yeah.
I'm just a guest commentator for when the other guys are out sick.
Yeah, of course.
Sam raises to 150. Wants to get rid of that knit button before the night is over. Jay's gonna call. J Rock's gonna call. Colin's gonna call. Or
What do you
let's
consider?
see
Let's go see.
what he does. He's thinking about it.
I'm not leaving. I got here late. 7:50.
It's like 6 people.
Yes. Counting out some relationships, especially if he has the knit button in front of him. See, I'm gonna Hollywood it a little bit.
I don't think he was ever on tilt.
Just fold, Sam. So bad.
I know how professionals are.
That kid's a
I
monk.
am one.
Kid's a monk. I swear it is.
The guy begged you for a pro immediately.
Huh?
This guy begged you for a pro immediately.
Sam has a habit of Hollywooding his heir for absolutely no reason. Just slows the game down and costs everyone else money. Maximum shade for people who don't respect time rake. It's one thing if, right, it's not time rake, right, and like it doesn't really matter if you're not getting in as many hands, because if you don't play any hands, you don't get raked. But when people just Hollywood there for absolutely no reason, they're literally costing everyone at the table $1.
But it's a bad hand if I don't hit.
Show the bluff.
No one in the mood to call free bets.
That's a good hand.
Ace Queen gonna take it down. Oh, what's up, Ragnar? Already a subscriber? Happy to hear that.
So clubs. It was gonna hit.
You folded queen 10 of clubs?
Of course. Another good fold.
Straddle.
Harris
Another good
and
fold.
Colin, the two, I would say most technical players at the table. Unsurprisingly, are also the nittiest, coming in at 22%. Although, you know, at a 9-handed game, 20% is a pretty reasonable number. It's actually not that nitty. Like 16% is truly nitty. But you know, when you're at a table and people are here to play, I mean, you got to loosen up. You got to play. We got knit buttons. We got 4 straddles. Where gets the flop? OFC with the best of it. I'm gonna bet out. I think Sam and Jay are gonna call. Jay, especially with the open-ended straight draw. He had 8? Does 8 bring any blood? Oh, Jay raises here and just clears it out. Well played. Right, the power of aggression. You just get top pair to fold instantaneously on the flop. Easy.
I had a stupid ass queen. You had me good this stream, I think. You got me.
50 straddle is on.
3-4 hands, bro. What else do you want?
50 to play.
Harris looks at a 5s with the low jack. Raise it up to 150.
150.
Cam on tilt.
OFC definitely going to defend. Like Jay also defends.
3 players.
3 to a flop.
Okay.
Ace, Queen, 8. Jay takes the best of it with the gut shot.
Okay.
This is a really good board for the under the gun player, so I imagine Harris is going to continue with a bet. It's probably going to get a call from Jay. Oh, wow, just finds a fold on the flop. Okay, let's go. Pocket 5s wins the day. Definitely my expectation is facing a small bet. You know, when you face a small bet, you need 25% equity to call, but when you have gut shots, assuming your gut shots are clean, you have like about 20% equity. So you can make up that 5% difference with the implied odds, and you have a profitable call.
You're keeping your expectations real.
100 to play.
I think a lot of people are actually surprised by that, right? When you have a gut shot, you're going to get there 1 in 5 times by the river. The question is, will people let you get there?
Put the 100 on. That's a good question. That's fucking insane.
OFC with ace queen.
Usually when the 100's on, it's.
I have a feeling the straddle is on.
Actually, I've seen you have aces with on
I have.
before.
Yeah. Hey, the other night, every time I did it, I had a big.
Oh. Woo! OFC makes it 500. Wants to get rid of this knit button. He's going to succeed here.
Oh, I had your outs.
No.
One of them. I had 7-4 off.
Oh, everyone just fold. No knit button. Just a big ol' booty raise.
Behind.
2 lives, man. 2
You're alive.
lives.
He just said he had 9 outs.
Oh.
Dunn, Harrison, J-Rock, the most aggressive players at the table. I'm actually surprised by that. Right? I feel like
Actually, it is.
J-Rock, by far, is the most aggressive player. Maybe he's been calling a little bit more. Colin with a good hand. For the cutoff, which always sounds like shade. Brass Monkey, definitely the defending hand. Generally, when there is no flopped rake, want to be defending nearly all of your suited hands. Colin starts with a flop down bet. Brass Monkey calls with 2 back doors, hits both of them. Colin goes check check. Brass Monkey hits that 3. He can bet here as a bluff. He can overbet here. He can go for a river check raise. Everything's pretty attractive.
It's not like he's playing a lot of hands anyway.
No.
Colin with a queen does block some of the possible bluffs here, but he's gonna end up calling and takes it down. Well played, Colin. Brass Monkey probably would have needed to go much bigger if he was going to try to take that pot down. But I do like the spirit of turning that 3 into a bluff.
Started the straddle. Sean?
Oh.
Sean did, I think.
Well, Sean started. I guess Sean started like the official round, but the 50 originally started here.
Oh.
50 to play. Alright, so they said they'll let you finish the round of straddles and then.
J-Rock. Coming in with suited characters, you know the business. Calls the 50. OFC also calls the 50. Sam, please raise. Somebody raise an ace. Okay, here we go. Makes it 350. OFC folds an ace face up. Doesn't even want to see a flop with a suited ace. Power pre-flop aggression. Only J-Rock and Harris winning this session. The loosest player and the tightest player. Colin gonna raise it up. Sam has a hand that often just folds, right? 5s standardly as a fold, facing a 3-flop raise. And Jay now waking up with kings. This is one of the reasons why you fold 5s pre. You're gonna run into these nasty hands behind you. Harris, even bigger nit, holds ace-5 suited, which is definitely a hand that can consider squeezing here.
21?
Okay, for your gas money? Oh. You should hit and run too.
Barely.
Sam does have the odds to set mine
Never mind. That's like
2 the other side of 4.
directly here if he wants to try for it.
Mine's been in the shop. I was driving the new half electric, half gas.
Oh, Sam just puts it in.
He was getting 23 miles to the gallon. On an F-150.
King's gonna snap.
Like, how is it?
Whoa.
King cap.
oh, hello guys.
First big
We're talking about literally talking about
gamble of the night. Sam just wants to end the night with a big run over. The Kings is gonna get there. Flop. Flop doesn't help. Oh, and turn seals the deal.
I think that's huge.
She had an 8-9 and diamond.
Oh, running it twice. 2 outs.
It's about the best.
Good game, Sam.
Wow. Oh, that got weird.
That was fast.
You can do this whole freaking night, and the one time I make a move, you actually have kings.
That's the first time I've seen him.
I respect you, Sam.
Seriously. I respect you, Sam. Seriously. I definitely was watching the Hustling stream, and every time someone ran a big bluff and lost, everyone's like, wow, we respect you.
Everything got there.
I think.
Nine got there. Pocket nines got there. Everything.
I was sure that the second board was
Aw, Jay looks so happy. He looks like just legitimately filled with joy. Not about even winning the money, right? Just like it's the joy of poker to felt someone when they make a move on you and you have kings. It's one of the greatest feelings in the world. It's like petting a cat and having an orgasm at the same time. Not because you're petting the cat. That's disgusting.
Every time that happens to me, though, the guy has aces.
The buzzer beater double up, Jay.
Alright, guys, this has been
Okay, last hand of the night.
No, one more than flip.
One more hold'em hand, and then we're gonna flip. Aces versus kings. Aces versus kings. Thank you, everyone, for joining us this evening. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you were here with us, watching some good old-fashioned Texas Hold'em, Texas No Limit Hold'em. I don't even know what game we're watching. Brass Monkey raising it up in the last hand. King 5-2. Probably just going to be... Oh, Brass Monkey starts with a check. Mixing it up. Here comes the club, giving Jay a smattering of hope. But Brass Monkey does have the ace of clubs. That's kind of small. Is Jay just... Jay going to draw lightly? No, he doesn't.
Look at that.
What the?
Alright, guys, thank you. How much
I was like, yeah, what can he have?
50.
50 for the flip. 50 for the dealer.
I don't like to gamble, but yeah, sure.
$50 PLO bomb pot. I wonder if the reason they don't play double board is because of the reader, but they can do split boards. I'll have to ask. Or maybe these guys are just suckers, don't want to play two-board bomb pot.
I accidentally got a little twitchy earlier. So, quick on the trigger finger.
Okay, I'm hearing from production that they can do double board. Not even a bomb pot, just a pure flip. What, a 5-7? Brass 5-7. Okay, Brass Monkey, you win. Oh wait, no. Oh, 3 spades out there. Colin wins. Yes. Free money, Colin. Okay, boss, we can do it with the reader, but probably just not enough action, right? A lot of double board and just go hot, fold.
Everything. I was straight from the ace to the ace.
Cool. It's been fun, everyone. Hope to see you around next week.
About 5 more of those.
Hope you guys enjoyed the action. This is Alvin Lau, aka